Different tea types have different benefits.
2K19, no discrimination. God, fucking damn.
I don't.
You can just call it minority tea.
Oof.
No, don't be like that.
Black tea is not the
teas have
minority.
different benefits.
Isn't herbal tea technically the minority?
I would say oolong.
Oolong? Well, no. Because there's 4 types of tea. There's herbal, black, green,
No,
and...
there's way more. There's way more than 4.
But they all fit within those 4 categories, don't they?
No, because there's also white tea, yellow tea, oolong.
The heck is an
chai.
oolong?
It's a pig. Okay, I'm sorry. I took us on this track. That's my fault.
What do you mean, Yamcha?
Sorry, I have just so much more experience with tea than you. It's ridiculous.
I want the hot panties off of a babe!
It's kind of disgusting at times, considering that I have to be leisurely. I've been drinking tea since I was little. You have not.
I'm specific. If Emma, just for your sake, I am specifically drinking Earl Grey tea right now.
Emma still little?
So
No,
So-
I would have to say the English or Irish breakfast tea is the best.
It's kind of short.
Fuck off.
All right.
she actually just started drinking tea yesterday.
Um.
Since I was little.
Like.
Wow, that would be.
Okay.
I mean,
Dylan,
Chris
you
could say
okay?
the
Do
same.
you need some tea?
I have tuberculosis and I'm dying.
He needs an adult.
Oh.
I do.
He is an adult.
I'm 20.
He needs a bigger
No,
adult.
I've been
That
coughing
doesn't
all
mean you
week.
can't need another
Oh.
adult.
Like, I started coughing, like, maybe 2 days before last session, and that was fine back then, because it was only, like, a little bit of coughs. I'm like, okay, that's weird.
Just a
And
wee
it's just-
hack.
It's been getting a lot more since, so now I'm coughing every time I breathe, and it sucks.
Well, let's see how this goes. Make sure you're drinking tea. Get some honey in you. Maybe some lemon
It doesn't
water.
help.
No?
Nothing helps.
Oh.
I'm dying.
Is it?
My lungs have been fucked, I guess. I don't know.
Undying?
I probably have lung cancer, or, like, tuberculosis, or, like, pneumonia with amnesia.
Pneumonia.
That's how he's been saying it since the first thing, and it bugs the shit out of me.
Don't you mean
Don't
penumbra?
mind me. I have pneumonia and hepatitis.
Pneumonia, hepatitis, and amnesia.
Okay. Let's...
What about Gonora?
No. Let's. I keep doing this. This is my fault that this is happening.
Do you also
we
have
to
gonorrhea?
both money up. I don't know.
It's okay.
I'm dying.
It's okay. You rest your throat. I have a recap to get through, and you can also.
I know how you can rest your throat.
Sorry, Chris, what was that? I couldn't really hear you because someone is hacking away.
Hey, I fucking turned off my microphone. Oh, fuck me.
Don't cough up a lung.
I want to die.
Do you guys have any lemon? Do you guys have any lemon juice at your house?
We have coconuts, which Jake would say is a lemon, but no,
Oh my
no,
God,
no.
You don't. You don't even
wait.
just have lemon juice, like a
Wait.
bottle.
We don't.
Is this a lemon?
Anything. And nothing helps. It's. I don't know what it is, but I think I'm actually
How
dying.
about
Lemon
this?
juice and honey with it.
Inhale lip balm.
Ooh, that's nice and silky. Wait, why is there a dead Bambles
Slurp
on
on
the
that
map?
crisp ass spur. You
Stop
just now realized? I
Yes.
even commented.
I
I even commented.
I'm sorry.
Fact. I'm just
Okay.
gonna. I'm gonna be mute this
Yeah,
whole
do
fucking
your
section.
best to mute yourself while you
But you know
can.
what? The best thing about the whole thing of Jake being late is this one's gonna be kind of leisurely for that, since we're going things we can go through first.
He also didn't really message me on what he wanted to do 3 weeks. So just as a general note for everybody watching, after the previous session, what ended up happening is they decided that they wanted to stay 3 weeks in the city and get stuff done. They were supposed to send me what their characters wanted to do the next 3 weeks, and we will be kind of not role-playing every single freaking day that they're there, but hitting the important parts so that we can get those in. So, previously, in the land of Trigis, the party arrived in the Underdark city they had been searching for. Upon entry, they were detained by guards of the city and were taken to the Queen after imprisonment. With the queen, they discussed a general of demons, devils, and shark cultists, a dwergar named Vonrek, an individual who has raised the village, taken the queen's son, and serves the one who has taken Rauten's body. The party pledged their lives to capture Vonrek for the queen, and in return have received immunity to petrification before being transported back to Oriel, where they interrupted a meeting and learned about the invasion of the strange castle in the future, the one that they had seen in the Tectalic Desert. Also, I side note, forgot to write that you would also get the child that is petrified back to them as well. My bad. We now return to the party during a 3-week reprise. And then again, just as a general note, this will be structured at a week-by-week basis. The idea is for each of you to have your time needed and come back together with experiences by the end and possibly move forward outside of those 3 weeks, maybe. So, to start off, everybody roll initiative.
Initializing.
Just so that we have...
Bambles goes last.
Ooh, probably.
I'm guessing there's a gnat somewhere.
No advantage, Althaea, just so that... I kind of...
I
didn't give myself advantage. Hold on, I rolled.
I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you would have that question or not.
Ooh, I'm going first, I guess.
Oh, man, these rolls.
Who goes... Do I need to re-roll for, Bromund?
Well, there's re-roll, and we'll count that as like a rock, paper, scissors.
Okay,
Whoever gets higher.
I was going to say, the two of you can decide whoever wants to go first. And we'll...
Nah, rock, paper, scissors sounds more fun.
You want to rock, paper, roll, or you want to just decide, Dylan? Or are you hacking up a lung?
What? I'm always coughing.
Are you-
Anytime there's any intake of breath, I cough. So
You wanna decide just right now who wants to go, or you wanna roll again?
Okay,
I
well...
don't really care. You want me to roll again?
I mean, you could.
Okay.
All
There you
right.
go.
You go first.
Alright, so then I'm going to write this down for myself. The order in, as per people are going to be doing things, is Althaea, and then Bambles, then Wing, then Bromund, and we'll do that for each as we go along. So, Althaea,
Hello.
you told me that, to start simply, your incense is just 5 silver pieces per block. So, I know you wanted to get that out of the way. I don't know how much you wanted to buy, but it's 5 silver pieces per block, okay? That's like...
Oh, just a block. How much is a block?
Silver, 5 silver pieces?
No. Not like that. Like, because before I had incense sticks.
For some reason, I couldn't find sticks specifically, so I'll say a silver piece per stick.
Okay. I'll get 20. 20 of them.
Okay, simple enough. You also decided that you wanted to go visit your parents, Carrick and Theron. How are you planning on doing this specifically? This is important.
Specifically, I wanted to ask Bambles for the way there because I want to bring Abraham. I know I mentioned that when I sent you. So I was gonna ask him because that way, then I could just fly above the forest and get there quickly.
Make me a history check real quick.
Okay.
This won't be a difficult one by any means.
Maybe if it rolls. Not rolls, scrolls. I meant scrolls. Okay, now if it rolls.
As you're kind of sitting there, you're thinking about gearing up. You're thinking about all the rations that you're thinking of bringing, and then it hits you. You don't actually know where they are. They said they were going south more into Aegis, and that's it. It's been a week since you left them.
That's the fun part. See, how I can communicate is maybe if my computer works with me.
Let me see if I wish I had more inner city music. That would be nice.
I wish my computer worked with me. There
Play
we
party
go.
in the USA.
Tabletop audio. Let's see.
Smooth bongo jazz.
I was honestly tempted to get some really like basic ass ambient music to play, but I was like, all of this just doesn't feel right. Like and any type you do like city music, a lot of it is, hey, this city is like
Bring up Skyrim town music.
not Skyrim town music, moreover battle music. And I'm not down for that. I'm sorry. Like, I'm like,
I mean, I guess if you'd be willing to, I could also talk to Bambles for that.
Okay.
But, because the only other one I have would be Animal Messenger, and that is,
That'll take a couple of days.
Yeah, and,
So,
I mean, I could do my other thing that I mentioned,
well,
that would involve me in town.
Well, let's start with this then. Let's actually start with this. So you decide, because again, these are still portions that are in character. So you kind of go over. I'll let you play that out as you kind of go over to Bambles.
Okay, so
Hi, Althaea. Why are you just standing there saying nothing?
Sorry, I forgot I had to click control. Because so that me and Austin aren't always talking over each other. That would be terrible for you guys.
I think this one's fine. I'm gonna try this one.
I was wondering if you could help me with two things.
Oh boy.
One is not too terribly hard. It just depends on your
Does that mean the other is hard?
I mean, little, I guess, but I wouldn't say too terribly. The first one is if you would allow me a way to communicate with my father.
So I'm a messenger now.
The most reliable kind. I can pay you.
Intriguing. Your father?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Theron.
I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna be honest though, I don't really know them that well, so I don't know if it's gonna work too well.
Just say you are, or just mention that you're the... I forgot what you are. Kobold. Kobold from... That was with Althaea. They'll remember.
That's not really what I'm referring to, but sure, I'll give it a shot. What do you want me to say?
Well, obviously, who you are, because that'd be weird, but, also, if it's possible, I could know where they are.
Oh, okie dokie.
Let's stop that right there. That started getting battle music-y. Alright.
25 words. This is to Theron, who I hope I know well enough for her sake. Hi, it's Bambles, short little brown kobold guy. Althaea wants to know where you are. She wants to meet you.
Okay, let me roll for Theron real quick. Oh, okay. Hello, Bambles. I remember you. Problem. Not good place. Any other way to meet?
He said, not good place. Any other way to meet?
Just from you sending that out, he could tell you were using sending, and he was already kind of you could tell he was kind of panicking a little bit. So he was trying to conserve words.
The Thieves Guild, I guess?
Okay.
We could meet at the Thieves Guild?
another one there, Bucko. Althea wants to know if you can meet at the Altmar Thieves Guild, maybe?
Can we meet... Actually. Okay. Can we meet in Oriel? It is much, much safer there.
He wants to know if you can meet here in Oriel, which I'm assuming is a yes.
Yeah, I can do that.
He said it's much, much safer here. So...
Oh boy, that
I don't know.
sounds fun. Good to know.
Right. So we're all good on that?
Yeah, don't need the second one. How much do you want?
I still have to say, yeah, that's good. Excuse you.
I was gonna say, yeah, just at least you might as well send the last one to confirm everything.
Oh yes. Well, I mean, still.
Yeah. She says that's good. Don't die. That's it.
Let me roll one last time.
Doesn't go through.
No, it's not a matter of it going through or not. It's a matter of him knowing what to say and what to do in the situation that he is in, and what to say. Don't worry, met a dragon. He is good, but still, bad things in forest. We'll be there 2 weeks. Love you.
Dragon. Oh. Oh.
Not you, Bambles.
You can't add that after the fact. I have to interpret that information on my own.
You're not wrong.
There's a love triangle going on. Althea?
You've had your father, your dad, your papa say hello to Papi.
Shut the fuck up. Yes, Bambles.
They met a dragon or something in another, and let's keep this on the down low. You might have another father figure.
Yeah, no, no.
He said he
Probably
loved me.
not. No, he was probably talking about me. Calm down. You have Simchi. How much do you want for doing this for me?
I'm not sure about that.
500 gold?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Bambles,
perfect.
you're damn sure he meant to you. I just rolled.
Oh. No, I'm pretty sure he meant he loved me.
Slowly.
Anyways, yeah, 500 gold's good.
Yeah, okay.
Damn. You just.
I have a lot
I don't
of
even have to bargain.
Yeah, like he already is swimming in gold, and you just handed him more.
Okay, so think about this though. Althea doesn't care about money.
I'm snatching the gold right away.
So
I gave it to you.
In this case, you now know that they'll be there in like 2 weeks or so. Instead, you do end up going to Canada to start working on the gun, and starting to kind of figure out a couple of things throughout the week. So again, this isn't a one-day thing; these are over the entire week. You eventually learn how to repair your gun. Were it to fucking not completely decimate into absolutely nothing, but if this shit were to backfire and half of it explodes, if you have the proper materials, you can repair it within an hour.
Woo!
So
Yeah.
that is your week's study skill, that quote unquote skill that you've kind of picked up a little bit.
That's lovely.
And honestly, you should also know how to make bullets as well. It just those
At that point.
those also take some time as well. I should have looked up what that time frame was, but I would say I believe it's at a short rest you're able to craft bullets, upwards of 5.
Probably that would be considered light meditation.
Yeah. So there you go. Let's see here. Okay, so moving on to Bambles.
Indeed.
I hope you're ready. So,
I'm
you wanted to start looking into the scale from the Underdark, and considering you have the Identify spell, you're able to do so and figure out the exact minute details of what this magical item is. My question to you, how do you want to prepare yourself when doing this? Time of day, location, are people around, keep going. I want to know these details. They are all extremely important.
Time of day, this would be, I would do this in the morning, probably, let's say like 10, 11-ish. So I want to do this while my mind is spicy. People around, no. Because I know what it does. So I don't want anyone nearby if I happen to be smacking it.
Okay. Because the identify spell, you do have to touch it, is the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so I do not want people anywhere near me, so... might...
Casually
Heck, I might even
stroll in while you slap that and be like, hey, what's going on?
Just out of the city walls or something like that.
Okay. What are you taking with you? Like, are you taking all of your equipment, including Sorenfald and everything, or are you... Because I can tell you...
Well, I have to bring Sorenfald.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if you wanted to, you are able to stay at home when everybody is gone, because you're making a very good note to make sure nobody's around. So you can kind of wait until everyone's gone for the day and then do that, if that is something you'd prefer, rather than going out into the middle of X.
I don't know much... I know a little about magic, but I don't know too much, so I don't want the thing to, like, do anything wacky, so I don't want to be near.
Okay. Alright. So, you cast Identify. To start, this thing has a range of a 30-foot radius. When physical contact is made with it, does not have to be a living object, as you know, or have experienced. The closest two individuals' minds are swapped through this, and as you kind of use Identify, you start realizing it's specifically the mind. So you start thinking an individual like Wing would have his mind switched with another individual, but his original body will retain this Zugamo person that is within him. So the person that gets mind swapped would be stuck with Zugamo in Wing's body. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you do this, you see yourself. You look upwards and you see yourself with your hand over the sword, or over the scale. You look around. You are inside of Sorenfald. Now, to explain this, for this situation with Sorenfald, the mind is only partially connected to the soul. They are usually two separate entities, and having him pulled from the sword leaves him unstable. You see him shaking. He has very horrible muscle control, as he is now in your body to a degree. Your soul is still in your body. His mind is partially in your body, and his soul is still in the sword while your mind is in the sword. Okay?
Okay.
From a meta standpoint, the individuals retain mental stats, your physical statistics switch, and until the bodies get used to the new abilities, there is disadvantage inflicted, or additional checks may have to be made. So if you started casting spells in someone else's body because you have your instrument, you will have to make either multiple checks or have disadvantage because their body is not used to those abilities, despite your mind being able to. I need to roll for Sorenfall now, as he is struggling to...
Please don't stab yourself.
I rolled a disadvantage. It was a nat 20 and then a 19.
Okay.
As he pulls back his body, your body is twitching, and it starts it looks like it starts curling up, like if you see a bug die, and he just slaps the scale, and you two switch back. And you're sitting there back in your body, and you feel like you have that dead bug feeling, as if your muscles were being afflicted by, like, rigor mortis, and they start slowly loosening up again.
Well, that works.
I don't think so.
I mean, something working doesn't mean it's pleasant.
I suppose you have a point. Can't say I'm a fan of that.
What was it? I mean, I would say that I have no experience being stuck in a sword, but, you know, I can't really say that anymore. But, I mean, I don't know what that's like for you.
It's unpleasant to a degree, but I was made by Slaphead Face. I was made by Roughton through his soul, so I don't pay much mind. It feels relatively wrong to be separate from him. At most. My duty is to assist you now, as best as I can.
So it's disconnection from the soul. Roughton's soul. That's the issue.
Yes. A part of him is in me, but because my soul is only a part of him, my mind is different.
Intriguing. I think we need to go to the library.
Alright, you will be able to start doing that in the future. We're gonna jump to Wing at this point.
Future.
So, Wing.
Hi, I'm still dying. Hasn't changed much. This is my life now. Don't worry about it.
So,
That's
during
what kind of last session Wayne got.
It's okay. I've got you again. This is why I'm drinking tea, because I'm this is a lot of managing on my part. So you relax.
He also gets to die a little bit because he does have to speak.
He does have to speak soon.
Wait, am I not speaking?
No, I hear you.
Oh, okay.
So during the first week, Canon is unavailable.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go there to begin with. Anyway.
Since that's the case, though,
Yeah.
Greg is available here and there over the week. Primarily at night, he is back at the house. You and anyone else consistently this is just everybody who's around, consistently see him reading notes. If you want to, this is your opportunity to speak to Greg, as
Yeah, gonna do that. By the way, in between talking, I've just been holding my breath, and it's been working out fine. Okay. Okay, what am I doing? So Greg,
yeah, what's up? His eyes don't leave the notes.
Wait, okay. So, how's it been over this past week?
It's been alright. Quite literally. Holds up his left arm.
That's
That
good.
was terrible.
God, I'm fucking dying. Oh, fuck.
Do you
No.
Do you want to try grabbing something and then get back so you can drink a little bit in between?
It doesn't help. Nothing helps. I've had this for a week, and I have tried legitimately everything. I have just I don't know what it is. I think I'm just dying, and that's fine right now. I'll just continue.
I accept my fate.
Hey, Lamau, it's a boy. It's skinny penis.
Oh, jeez.
Well, where was I at again before I died? Fuck.
You asked him how he was. He says it's been all right.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. So, you and Cannon are getting along, right? Yeah.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, I'm not gonna say we're friends by any means, but again, I'm only around her because I have a job for her to do.
Yeah. Oh. Has she, like, said anything about, like, what happened before we left or anything? Or?
No, and honestly, it's not really. I mean, what she thinks of you, I could care less.
Oh. That's... Yeah, okay. That's something. Fuck. Now what? Well, what have... I mean, you have notes, but what are those? Are those from, like, the hand, or...?
Roll me a... You can... they're kind of laid out rather well. You can either roll me a perception or an insight check.
Wouldn't it be insight? He can't read very well.
I can't read. Unless it's in a language I can read.
You can pick up letters here or there. Do insight then. You've got a point.
25.
So you're kind of picking out. There's two different types of notes that he has in front of him. Some of them are schematics for his hand, and the others are the other notes. It's because you can't read. You're not quite able to pick up everything, but you're able to pick up a name here or there. And some of the names that you see, some of the few that you can actually read, have lines, and some of them have lines just crossing them out. Some of them are in other languages, or like, names that you would see in other languages just translated to a more common. So that's how you're able to pick up on some of them. So you're kind of looking over, and you're starting to like realize that these people are thieves, as you're also looking at him, Greg, and what his goal really was. Yeah. And you're seeing that some of these thieves, they're a mixture of dead and alive thieves. And he's studying that and the schematics.
Why do you have notes on dead thieves? Dying still.
Well, I have to do something. The dead ones are of no use to me, but if the ones that are still living think that they're still better than me, I have to prove them wrong.
Oh.
Or rather, I have to study and figure out whichever one's supposed to be the best and take him down.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, yeah. Like, take him down in what way? Like, just...
To the park.
take him out on a date. I'm gonna die.
No. I'm probably gonna kill them.
Oh. Well, that's not all too nice.
He raises an eyebrow at you. You do know we killed another person that was a thief. Look,
Yeah,
I'm not
but...
actively going after the ones that are good. He puts air quotations, but I'm trying to find ones that are not so great in a moral sense and think that they're the best. That way I can get rid of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, killing and all, it's not... I mean, there's better ways of doing things, right?
No.
Wing, some of these people are individuals who have murdered hundreds of people. I'm not gonna let them live if I catch them. Because not only have things happened between when we first got here and now, but also just the fact that I want to be the greatest thief. I was gonna kill people no matter what. Now I just am gonna kill the right people, or the wrong people, however the fuck you want to say
it. Yeah?
Not everyone deserves to live, Wing.
But not everyone deserves to die, though.
Am I killing everybody?
Well, no, but...
Then there you go.
At the same time, though, like... Can't you just, like, arrest them? I mean, if you're strong enough to arrest them, then...
As long as I'm given permission to kill them, I'm gonna kill them. Like, Wing. If... Again, you can't save everybody.
I mean, you can try, though.
And then get backstabbed because they have no intention of being your friend.
Well, I mean, you don't have to let them be your friend, you just have to, you know, not kill them.
He shakes his head at you.
Like a poet.
I don't think you're gonna understand, Wing.
I don't know. I mean, I think I understand. It's just...
We have different ways of life, Wing. I know you don't want to kill people. But I'm willing to do the dirty work and kill the people who should be dead. Like, whoever is the boss of all the Shar and causing all these problems, if I get my hands on him, I will kill him.
Sex. I'm just gonna... Okay, then. I guess at that point I'm just gonna... I don't know. Step away and...
Okay.
Yeah, that might just be it for this week.
Okay.
Because I've been coughing a lot and I just...
That's fine. That's fine. Well, there are other things that you... Again, I've done a lot of writing. There are things that happen throughout the week that you guys will get to interact with, or just a few things that you'll get to hear about. So there's that. Bromund! Yours is nice and easy. You decided that you wanted to work on your economic situation through drink and services. Something that I'm going to tell you right now, because it's the only issue that you'll find out pretty damn quickly, is that you don't have a brewer's license for the city. But you can still make your checks for your brewing as normal with the rice that you procured if you would like.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna still make some alcohol.
Okay. You get your setup together. You start getting the steam ready, or not steam ready, because you don't cook the rice. You get
You ferment it.
you
Strong,
get your
yeah.
fermentation. You set up your fermentation system. So you end up. It's really just a little bit of it's yeast and something else that I forgot for sake or sake, however the fuck you want to say it. So you kind of do your setup. So roll me your brewer's kit check for me to start out, and then we'll return to it when it's, because you do have to eventually return, of course, to that and see how it turns out.
And I'm sure
later.
that's intelligence, right?
Yeah, your intelligence check with proficiency. Still have a plus.
Here she comes.
Oh shit!
Retract that, it was a gnat.
Right.
I was legitimately doing my best to ignore what was going on, and
called a
that
gnat.
popped up.
It,
And he
I
was like,
called a
"Oh,
gnat
you need to
earlier in the
roll."
session.
even though that's a
I called
save, either way, a gnat is a gnat. I'm not gonna take that away from you.
Matters too much. I didn't even think about that. Oh, I guess it does. He gets his proficiency with that one though. So.
Oh, so okay, no matter what. Either way.
Yeah, because he only gets a +1 normally, and he gets a +5 and has 4 proficiency bonus. So it was the best way to do it that way.
Gnat is a gnat, so life works out. You will learn more about that later. But while working on the forge, you end up hearing a voice call out to you. Hey! You just gotta turn around, and Oilag is standing there. How you doing, bud?
Jesus, fuck, you startled me. I'm doing okay. What brings you around here?
I saw the smoke from the forge. Looks like you're putting in some work.
Yeah, thought I'd smith up some swords and whatnot. I'm running a little low on the pocket change. If you know what I'm saying.
And how long do you plan on sitting here with your crew?
Roughly 3 weeks, I think they said. We all discussed it, and me personally, I want to get out of here as soon as possible. But I can manage.
How about this? How many swords do you think you can make in, 3 weeks?
In 3 weeks?
By yourself. What do you think you can do? And who are you gonna sell them to?
I was thinking about selling them to help with the effort for what's all coming up. I don't know if you're gonna need any more, but I can always make a surplus just in case things go awry.
How about this? You don't quite know what the materials I use are, and you're looking to help and make a little cash. I could certainly use the help. I've been breaking my back for the last couple of months.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
Why don't you come over to my forge, and we work together? I'll give
Alright.
I'll give you a quarter of the earnings, but we earn a lot. Trust me.
I'm fine with that.
Perfect. He kind of waves you on.
1, anything to help out, and 2, anything to get me a little bit of cash.
Yeah, we'll get plenty of cash. So, you now currently have a temporary job with Oilag for the following 3 weeks. For each of 3 weeks, you're going to have to roll yourself your smithing check. Okay? So
Okay.
I want you to roll your first one now.
Strength roll, here we go.
Oof.
Yeah.
Alright. And well, that doesn't have your proficiency with it, so that's technically
+4, so 14.
yeah, so that's a 14. Okay. We will okay.
I can just remember the +4 for the smithing checks.
I've got it. I will have noted what you do throughout each week because he will pay you by the end of the 3 weeks.
Okay.
All right. With that, we're back at the top with Althaea. So, as they did say, your parents aren't quite an Oreo yet, but at the time you've been practicing your maneuvers with Abraham outside of the city.
Yay!
As I said, it's another thing you want to do. At meta standpoint, as everyone would know, this won't really change any real ability to what you are able to do with him, because I can't give you Cavalier class abilities, subclass abilities, when you are a druid and druid
Fighter.
and druid fighter, even though a fighter is also, again, you have a different subclass. So,
yeah.
But what I would like you to do, roll me 3 animal handling checks.
Okay.
This is where it's gonna get interesting.
Okay, here we go.
Phone is on fire. My phone
Maybe.
is
I clicked it 3 times. There we go.
Oh shit. Oh wow, yeah, no, that does it. So
I'm a pro.
You're dipping and diving. This is all week, just practicing as much as you can with Abraham. You're teaching him to kind of go through tighter spaces. Again, it's not like he's actually able to do so. It's just helping him maneuver through those areas and be more comfortable. So that if you do not command him to do so using your action, he will feel more comfortable and be more likely to actually do it without you having to waste your action to do so. So he's become more comfortable with things. You're going and you're riding throughout the air. You're doing your spins. You're kind of just doing those flourishes as you're reaching like the 4th or 5th day. And I want you to roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh,
another one of my best ones. Hopefully it's not shit.
Hole is just getting plugged up by the...
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Almost a gnat.
You're going, and as you are flying, he's kind of... Abraham's soaring through. He's enjoying himself. He's having a good time. You're feeling great. The wind is in your hair. And then... At the last second, you see something like out of the corner of your eye. You bring Abraham over so that he doesn't get hit by it. And in front of you, just floating, kind of like gliding in the air at a relative standstill, circling a little bit so that you can see them clearly in front of you, is a scarlet-scaled dragonborn in plate mail. They are riding upon a red-tailed hawk griffin as they had flown in and past you. The dragonborn has multiple short spikes leading off of the back of their head, and the front of their face, their jaw, just looks like it has this axe-like form to it. He stands up, bows on this griffin. The name is Dorosh Kirsketek.
Hello.
Pleasure.
I'm Althaea.
It's a pleasure, Althaea. You've been making a bit of a scene out here with your skills.
With my what? Oh, skills. That's what you said.
Yes.
Yes, just trying to adjust as much as I can, prepare to maybe see if I can work towards airborne combat.
He kind of walks forward a little bit, kind of getting closer to like where the shoulder line would be, and he points down. I apologize. I could commend you for that, but allow me to introduce my partner, Tiki. And the griffin kind of nods at you, nods at, not necessarily you, recognizes you, but is looking at Abraham.
And this is Abraham. I'm still mounted, by the way.
Oh yeah, I kind of figured. You're both in the air, and he.
Okay, good. Because you said he stood up, and I was
like, oh. He stood up while on the bird.
Tiki's gonna be mounted in a.
This is Abraham.
He bows to Abraham. Even a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Abraham. Very well. So, have you heard anything of the Griffin Riders here in Oriel?
Not particularly. I when we first came to Oriel, and got residence after I managed to befriend Abraham, they wanted to take him and add him to their, oh god, what would it be called?
Well, to our ranks.
Infantry.
Yes, infantry ranks, whatever it might be. It's in the end,
Yes.
it's
Which, obviously, as he is still with me, I quickly declined. But that's all I've heard about them.
a beautiful falcon.
Yes, isn't he?
I can appreciate a good partner. We consider ourselves in the infantry to be partners with our riding, well, with those that we ride.
He's very precious to me.
As he should be.
My parents quite like him as well.
Oh, very well. Well, I would like to let you know at the very least. I mean, you may continue you're staying well outside of city limits. We have no real issue with it, and you're not causing any real ruckus. It's just caught our attention, and I figured that I would show myself and at least let you know of our presence a little bit more. We're primarily in the high district, but some of us are, I mean, we do tend to wander a little bit and actually live in the middle district.
Ah, I'm sure you've seen our house then.
Yes, quite.
With our coop.
He kind of looks over a little bit towards the city. Quite the show.
Oh, yes, but everything for my Abraham. He's precious. It's also a good space for our mimic as well, as I look at my wrist.
The mimic kind of like half turns into that gelatinous goop. Oh, that was, huh.
He's a baby. He doesn't know much. He stays usually around my wrist.
Very well. I don't have many comments for that one, but
He doesn't turn into very bright things sometimes. He likes wood sandwiches.
he puts his hand up in the air. I need to have him roll for that. Oh, not very smart, is he? I assume because he is young. I can't hear you.
Ah, yes, sorry, I forgot
Can't
about my...
hear you. Aye.
Yes,
Could you speak up? The wind is rather loud up at this altitude.
He is also a very good companion for Abraham. He likes to turn into a statue of Abraham every now and then.
Very good boy.
Huh. Well,
You're a very good boy.
if you ever need any armaments or otherwise for your precious, if you do us a favor, we'll do you a favor.
See, the restrictions are high though. Being a druid, I don't use metal unless it's for weapons. And so I had Oilag prepare the best he could do with that.
We could probably get him some talon armaments, if anything. But your decision is your own. And he puts his arms out, and he falls backwards off of Tiki. And he just starts dropping. You guys are hundreds of feet in the air. And
Bye, pretty bird.
No. Tiki is still in front of you. He drops off.
I figured she was gonna nosedive.
That is what I'm rolling for. As he does so, you've been seeing him super confident in this entire time. As he leans back and he trips on the harness and starts freefall spinning downwards. Tiki, going in circles at the moment, sees what happens and just does a full, does that dive, spinning.
Nosedive.
Like a fucking torpedo downwards. Loops in and could not, because if you just stop in front of something that's falling and you stop it completely, it's gonna fucking hurt. So what Tiki does is brings in from the side and pushes him a little bit in the other direction, a little bit forward, so that he's not dropping straight down on Tiki's back. And the momentum moves, stopping him from getting hurt as much, but you just hear the thud even from about 100 or 200 feet up. I'm okay!
Oh. Okay, that's good.
And they just...
Also, I figured it was gonna be something like that. That's why I was like, "Bye, Tiki."
And...
By the way, I heard you stop in what you were going to say,
Oh, what?
stopping him from getting his
Huh? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea what...
Oh,
Either
it
way.
sounded like you were gonna say stopping him from getting his balls crushed.
Oh, no, not that. He's... No.
His balls are fine.
No, I meant from dropping straight on.
I mean, he's... Don't get me wrong. He is hurting a little bit, but not nearly as much as he probably would be if Tiki wasn't a little bit smarter on
Yeah,
that.
he's got a nice firm stick. His balls are fine.
I'm just saying, like, if you said
They got some heft.
when Tiki had did that, preventing him, the momentum shifting, preventing him from getting his balls crushed.
There you go. Well,
I nominate
That's
this
what I heard.
episode
What
to be
you were going
hefty.
to say.
So,
Stopped. You had a hard B in there.
so now you have a little bit of introduction with that, and we're gonna move on to Bambles now. So
Hey.
throughout the week, you've kind of been able to, on some of your downtime moments, been able to talk to Simchi, and you've had a clear opportunity to talk if there's anything you specifically want. Otherwise, even if it's just say you'll simply be around for another week or so, and
Give
I-
them pantaloons.
and I know you said you wanted to go to the library. I know also something you wanted to do is that you're kind of play, every other night or so, you're kind of playing at Shifty Owl, I assume. So as you're around and you'll be around for a while, you also have the opportunity to set up a venue if you would like.
A venue?
Yes,
For
where
people
you
to
have the
come who
possibility
want to see me?
not only you, but
People
also
want to see
possibly
it,
see other bards or just general musicians, not just magical bards.
Concert time.
Chris is trying to get me to spend some of my wealth. He's like, damn it, Bambles, you had that really good run at the Shifty Owl where you got too
Think
much
about all the
platinum.
good vibes
And
the
then
city's gonna
what I just gave you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah, I want a fucking venue.
Okay.
I want to spread my...
How much are you willing to spend?
On a venue?
500 gold.
Yeah, Althaea, thanks. Yeah.
Oh shit, you're gonna drop the full 500? Alright.
Wait, why are you surprised at 500? I was gonna go for more.
Are you gonna go for more? That's
I
on
was
you.
gonna go for more.
The
You also
more
have to think, Chris, like, I don't know if you've looked at my money. I have a lot of money.
I keep
as
general
well.
tabs, but I don't focus too much because there are a lot of things that, again, you guys have way more money than you probably should because things are a lot more expensive than they should be in some scenarios as well.
Ahem.
But how much are you willing to spend? Again, this is a risk reward situation. This depends on how well you perform and the other musicians perform as well.
Indeed.
This also involves. This also gives obviously advertisements in general to more or either more musicians or just generally more skilled bards.
Risk reward, but I want to spread my musical seed. And I don't spend money on anything, so...
Oh boy.
More religious Olma business.
Let's drop... 1 platinum.
Alright. Simple enough. And the Shifty Owl will be glad to help you with that, as this will also help their business and in turn help you as well. So they thank you for that. So we'll let that be. And you said you wanted to go to the library. What are you looking into?
So I learned that...
They know he's had good patronage.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that clearly there, when it came to moving around Sorenfald's mind, there's an issue with the soul.
Okay.
And clearly the soul has already been bound to, a sword. So I'm looking into soul binding?
Oh, shit. Okay. Roll that it. So right off the bat, just because of your background and everything, you as a bard, background as a bard, not your actual literal background, you will know that is a dark art. That is more of a dark art, or considered to be one more often than not. Just because of how that works.
Oh, I don't want to go to the spooky section.
That is where you really.
I'm going to the spooky section.
You're gonna have to go to the spooky section, which is the only issue with that.
Bambles pulls up his non-existent pants, gives himself a little bit of a wedgie, pulls him down a little bit,
Okay.
and is prepared to go to the spooky section.
You approach the spooky section. It is like going from things are very well lit inside of this place, but as soon as you go over there, it's like an emo kid's dream. It's the dark hallway of libraries.
Is there like a librarian nearby?
The librarian is just there's only really one librarian of this place, and
She's
he's
very spooky.
closer to like the center, while this is more over way off, like I'm trying to think. If you were facing east, it'd be more of the north side of this place. Oh wait, no. It would be more. Oh yeah, the library. I looked at the wrong thing. I didn't even read the building that said library. I'm a fucking idiot. So it literally would be the more east or the more north side of this place. Sorry. So
Okay.
he is more center. It is more north. It's
I'm gonna
on.
run
It's on
over.
ground floor at least.
I'm gonna run over to him. Would it kill you guys to get some better lighting in that section?
We've tried. The books turn them out.
Intriguing.
Spooky.
Maybe, I don't know.
Get better
Not
books.
put-
We've
put
tried.
those books
They
in a
get
very
back in
specific
here.
section?
They're cursed.
Okay, cursed books. Hand rub. Do you have any lotion?
I have lip balm.
Can I borrow it?
No, that's unsanitary.
Can I cut off a chunk?
Fine. Bamble snaps his finger and puts it. Prestidigitations of fine coats of lip gloss, not balm, on his lips.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, back to the spooky section. If you don't hear from me, well, I mean, you work here. You know what's up with that section.
Yes, we do. Best of
Okay.
luck, Bambles.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute.
So, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw as you start approaching this area. You
My wisdom.
as soon as you step in, it's like the pressure that you would feel whenever you're around a dragon, or whenever you've been anything, like whenever you fought anything of the darker beings that the Shar cultists have brought forth. Just this massive pressure. And you're like, you know what? I've dealt with this before. They're not gonna kill me. I hope that this shouldn't be that bad. So you keep walking forward. What? And so then at this point you're kind of able to start searching through. I would like you. What are you going to be looking for specific? Like you said, soul binding, correct?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Investigation check, please.
I'm
And
feeling
I'll
a
even give you,
massive...
because you're kind of spending a week here, I'll even give you advantage just because you are focusing on this throughout.
Wow.
Didn't really help all that much,
Nice.
but let me make my rolls to see which. Okay. So you're able to find a book that just says "Soul Binding in You: How to Trap a Soul Within Something Else."
Beautiful.
Alright. So what are you trying to glean from this book?
Well, despite looking for books that are on the topic of soul binding, I'm not really looking for soul binding, but the more of the,
Reverse effect.
not so much the reverse, but just the basic idea of moving a soul.
Okay. Arcana check.
I am an arcanist. Wow.
So, let me also do this. Oh, shit. The text on the page is just constantly churning and moving. It's hard to pinpoint everything that you're looking for. You can tell why these books are cursed. It takes a while for you to start pinpointing these, what are kind of known as the more dark arts. As you start like kind of looking back and forth at little bits of it's related, it's connected to some level of immortality. Some people believe it's just this. It requires sacrifice. If you try, the more that you want to transfer, the higher the sacrifice it's going to require. If you try and transfer somebody else, you're likely giving up everything of your own self. And so the list just kind of goes on and on. You're not able to kind of find anything on the subject of an individual dying and getting their soul transferred, or even so. There's nothing on that. It's not like what you know. It's not like Ronfall did that anyway, or Roughton did that anyway.
Bambles is gonna make Horcruxes.
So
Oh my god!
The easiest thing to I would say it's a mixture of that, and if you've ever watched Full Metal Alchemist, when doing human transmutation, the law of equivalent, kind of a law of equivalent exchange situation as well. So kind of the mixture of those three concepts is what you're dealing with and what you're kind of able to pull together.
Alchemy.
How to do it, you are not able to pick that up at all. It is going right over your head. But the concept of it and the basket ideas that is soul transferring, soul capturing, soul binding is what you're able to kind of pick up. Okay?
Okay.
So
now,
Mm-hmm.
all I have to learn is the fucking Harry Potter and Full Metal Alchemist. Let me just go binge those.
I mean, you don't really need it. It's just a law of equivalent exchange. You have to give something to get something. That's literally all that it is. And in the idea of transmutation, it's just, again, some things are considered impossible, but you just need a big enough sacrifice to get something in return. Again, equivalent exchange. So maybe you take that as a will. Not going to explain further. So now
Example: turning water into wine.
you need all the elements in between. So, Wing. Throughout this week, you're able to focus a little bit more on. Oh shit! You know what? We're gonna get to that. Throughout the week, you've been able to focus a little bit more on meditating and speaking with Zugamo, if you would like.
Yeah.
Anything? So then.
Like. I don't know.
Did you just want me to touch on what you're able to pick up rather than?
Yeah.
Okay. For the most part, Zugamo is more. As Wing is becoming more passive, Zugamo is wanting out more and more. Because, as you would know, Zugamo is very, I want to go and do shit. I don't care if I have to kill somebody. It is just something that I do. If they are someone who needs to die, they are going to fucking die. That is just him, as you know. So, as that is happening and you're talking to him throughout the week, you're able to pick up on the idea that if you are when you settle down and you are done, he wants out. Like, he wants something set up so that he is not sitting in this forsaken city for months on end doing nothing. When you are done, he wants to be transferred to another body. And his idea is that transfer him to a construct.
Time's a construct.
That is true.
Ooh, new
It
idea.
would have to be a construct without a soul, because technically time does have a soul.
We can fix that.
Character
Don't
ideas.
do that. I love time.
God, Jake would be yelling at you.
That is very true.
Force hack time to have another AI. Zugamo takes control.
So, but he would require the thing is, it would be a very, very strange war construct, probably a war construct actually. But the construct would need to be fueled not by whatever archaic oil they may have, but also a mixture of actual blood as well, due to the blood magic, or blood hunter shit that he has on Lock and Key, and he would rather not learn a whole nother fucking practice.
Do a
Just
transfusion. You'll
become a
just
fucking
mutate.
druid.
He would hate that, and he can't. And he tells you, I wish I could go back, but I can't go back to being a plain paladin again.
Plain paladin. Plain paladin.
Paladin.
So,
So,
Saucy.
how do you think we should go about doing this then? Like,
you have connections. Talk to the people who think they could do something in this world.
like who?
I don't know, the fucking sorcerer. Maybe even that lady that you're interested in so deeply.
Yeah.
Very deep.
Maybe see if we can get that other Azamar in on this.
Gem? He's dead.
No, not the useless one. On money.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bronchitis sucks.
Now it's bronchitis.
I know. I'm
I'm gonna
living
get time
it
for
with
that.
you.
I wish you were, because then I would be dying not alone. Oh god. Okay. Just stop breathing and everything will be fine.
Just
Okay.
count to whenever you can.
Whenever I can't count to.
Okay,
Well, that's one.
I assume that's it with Zugamo then.
Yeah.
Okay. Go calm down. Go calm down. Go ahead.
Do not calm
Go ahead,
down.
kid. Go throw up.
Suffer eternally.
Fucking love Mike Wazowski.
I'm gonna fucking
Oh.
kill myself.
Okay, mute yourself. It's okay. Calm down. Breathe. Okay. Bromund! Roll me another check-a-ma-check for your brewing, and then for your smithing.
Intelligence and then strength.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna do a save for intelligence again because it adds the proficiency.
Gotcha. Oh god, everyone's gone.
I'm dying too.
You fools.
Alright.
Oh. Okay.
Oh god, everyone's fucking dying. Everyone get some tea. Alright. We'll get back to that.
Pshaw.
Not bad at all. And there goes your strength. Okay. Plus your proficiency, which make that a 15. Alright. Not bad at all. So, something I forgot to do
Whoops.
at the end of the first week. You guys get a letter.
You just got a letter.
You just got a letter.
Open sesame.
Wonder who it's from.
You get a letter, and as you look on the front of it, it says to Bobby.
Oof.
Oh!
It's Coldstone.
Moral standpoint, I'm gonna open it.
Alright. And
Hey, you can't read someone
Um,
else's mail.
That's a
I'm gonna
felony.
put that in your journal then.
Not in this world.
It's not a
Go
felony
on.
if he's a dead man.
Does Ariel have felonies? Or is it just death sentence?
It's not death sentence. There are.
Is it just life imprisonment? AKA easy death sentence.
So if Althaea,
Section is gonna be in.
it's handouts.
I saw it.
Yeah, it should be second from the bottom for you. If you would like to read out loud.
No.
Nope, not gonna talk.
I'm gonna read it over first.
Well,
I see
I
an
would
oopsie
say
right away.
I would say read it out loud just because you could get your reactions at the same time as well.
Over the past months, we've been compiling information from this world on how portals work, and information from this world on how portals
Oh
work,
shit! How did that
and
happen?
information from our home.
How did that happen? What the fuck? All right, I'm sorry. I did
That's
not
what I
know.
wanted to point
Oh,
out.
I'm Coldstone, and I don't know how to fucking type.
Whoops. Anywho, continue. I'm sorry.
My brain broke. Hold on.
So let me correct that. I don't know how the fuck that happened because I swear I erased. I swear I didn't type that twice.
You typed it 3 times, but deleted it twice, and then.
Oh boy.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
All right, that should do it.
Let's continue.
I'm sorry.
On the last episode of From this, we haven't been able to create a working portal, but after putting an item from our world into a magic engine, it turns out I still had my cell phone. But this let us map out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, can't hear you anymore.
This
let us map out.
What the
Oh,
fuck is
shit.
cell phone?
Where did I left? Where did I
Let
left
us
out?
map out.
Checked on avoidance some area we first arrived in order. Okay, but this let us trap out the least stable areas, and we've been able to track down a void in the same area where we first arrived in northern Trigis, and have been studying it. Recently, it flared open, but it looked like something entered it rather than coming out of it. We don't know what happened or if it was related, but a day or so later, energy came from the south as well, and completely ruining a small lake nearby, making it undrinkable. For now, we will continue watching the portal for anything coming through. Maybe one day there will be enough information that we can recreate it. But for now, they're saying our best bet is to wait until it completely opens again. Stay safe, Bobby. Coldstone.
So I would like anybody who is proficient in. Actually, anybody can make a history check. Anybody who's proficient can make an Arcana check.
How do I know? Oh wait.
Wait, if we're yeah.
If you're proficient in Arcana, then you can make the check.
Okay.
Otherwise, everyone can make a history check if you would like.
Well, I guess I'm.
I don't know Coldstone or Bobby like that, so I'm
You can still
Yeah,
roll
but-
history though.
okay.
Just because you have all been present for this, and I will roll for Zephfer as well.
Dab. Still better than Althaea.
Damn. Damn,
let's
I
just
almost
talk
matched
about-
you though without natting.
Let's just talk about that gnat for a sec.
Let's
Just talk about this dying man.
Not
Well,
proficient
okay,
in
and then we
Arcana.
can also talk about
That's
that
not
5 for a
20.
sec.
Who's
Okay.
not?
And I'm gonna give him an
Oh.
advantage on that one.
Jake.
Okay, so Wing and Althaea.
Dab.
From that information, you're able to figure out that that beam that Zephfer shot out of his magic wand during the Ouroboros fight and just fucked off in the middle of nowhere, that it happened and through kind of actually, Wing, you're missing your history check.
Oh, you want me to roll that too?
Yes,
Okay.
everyone can
Oh,
roll
did you?
history.
Oh,
Sorry, you
okay.
want my history as well?
Yeah,
Yes.
16.
Oh, Wing's got it. Don't worry about it. Wing's got it.
Dab.
So between everything you guys are able to figure out, this is what ended up happening as you're kind of able to decipher the events. So the events where the portal opened up the first time and something went in, that was likely Bobby's soul leaving this plane of existence
Oh,
and
oh,
maybe going home.
Dab.
oh.
With your
That's the trip.
with Arcana check, you were able to figure out that the beam that Zephfer shot and fucked off in the middle of and just didn't do anything had happened a day or so later after Bobby had passed away, which means that Zephfer was the reason that that lake became undrinkable because of the wand he was using. And he is also able to figure that out.
Oops.
Yeah.
That's not good.
So one of the effects that wand can do is make the closest body of water undrinkable. The entire body of water.
Whoops, both of
And
us
the
were,
closest
were
one
us,
is-
weren't they?
Closest one is in a different dimension.
No, it was Magus.
No, it was a small one nearby. You guys, again, there
Oh.
are some smaller, like, bodies of water
That's true.
that don't appear on the map, because, you know.
That's true. They're just too small.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be a large body of water shit. It could even be a puddle if there were puddles over there.
You hear that, ladies? Size does matter.
So, you end up getting
Whoops.
that. You also, and now we're leading into week 2 at this point. At week 2, I can read this if you would like. You get a letter
Yes, please.
that is to the residents of the Wing and Xylosiant household.
What the heck is that?
Woohoo! That's me.
Because that is both of your last names.
Wait.
Those who are still
Actually,
alive
okay.
of original party.
So, yep, that
Wouldn't
is
it be
why.
Seven, the family name?
Technically, 7 is just my clan name. Wing
Yeah.
is my name.
Name.
I don't have a last name, but yeah.
Wouldn't it be this? It wouldn't be 7
It's
then?
complicated for them. It's
I
again
could
document
I
wise.
could go into detail, but I would die.
Yeah,
so-
let's not worry about that. That is arbitrary.
Okay.
But I will open it. So when you open it up just a little bit, the very first line in the middle says, "Do not read this with anyone who is not aware of the plan around." Okay? So you guys end up waiting until later in the night when everyone's kind of going to sleep and you're able to kind of hear if people are eavesdropping, if anything. But
Oh shit.
I will give you this so you can read along. But
I love read-alongs.
as of today, the following is official as per our plan on the castle raid. Your party is aware of this already, but there will be 3 parties sent in to strike the castle. One led by Paladin Cruz, one led by Hickory, and then your own party as its own fraction. Each party will be given the
Shouldn't
task...
that be faction?
Fraction. I both work because you're one of 3. You're a fraction of the 3.
I guess.
Each party will be given the task of one of the following 3 tasks. The Distraction Team, Infiltration 1, and Infiltration 2. Distraction will make first contact outside the castle, eliminating any enemies that may come in or out of it, and those that guard it, such as what we have identified as an adult blue dragon. Infiltration 1 and 2 will enter together. Infiltration 1 will have the primary goal of detaining any and all escapees of the psych ward and preventing enemies from following Infiltration 2. Infiltration 2 will have the task of making it to the throne room where we expect to be the owner of the castle. That individual is to be captured as they are suspected to be either a high-ranking official in the Shark Cultist organization or the leader themselves. You will be introduced to the other parties the day of the attack for the sake of security. 1 month and 1 day from now will be the day of the attack. This gives enough time to finish any needed preparation for those involved and gives enough time for festivities to be properly planned and executed. Be there for the festivities and don't be afraid to keep your equipment with you. After all, this is a celebration in many forms. Sincerely, Anmane, head paladin of Oriel City.
So that means we're in week 2 of our 3rd week, right?
You are, yes, so essentially about 3 weeks and a day from now. We'll say this is the end of week 2 that you reach this, so technically week 3. So you still would have a month, essentially, okay?
Okay.
Just to make it easier on yourselves. So that is, and then as you would know, if you have anything you need to discuss with her, you can always send a letter back, okay?
Yep.
Over the second week, you have also started hearing rumors of a white dragon to the east beyond the Brektik Mountains. And finally, the... Oh, fuck. Wing, I am so sorry. Going back to the Zugamo talk.
Hey, Lamau.
This is just something that I forgot to go over. It was just in a sub-note that I didn't realize right away. Zugamo is going to let you know he thinks Vonrak is the reason he fucking died.
Ah, well, that would actually be a good thing to know.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
And
Damn, yeah, that's
Okay.
important.
considering he leads demons and devils, and Zugamo died to demons and devils.
Oh, damn.
Oh shit,
have to
maybe
ask
he
about
is
that.
related to Medusa. Shione.
Oh, damn.
So, that's that. I figured I'd let you know about that. I fucked that up. But while it was that another thing that was part of your notes. So that middle of one of the nights, again more towards the end of the week, you end up you had also told me, Wayne, that you wanted to actually yeah. I just wanted to make sure everyone did their stuff before this part happened. You decided you wanted to call out to the Trinket Man, correct?
Oh, yeah, I did. Man, I forgot about that.
Fuck the Trinket Man and the way he thinks about Trinket.
Hey,
You-
you be nice to him.
Mentally,
Nah, he's a cool dude.
you mentally kind of call out to the Trinket Man during one of the nights. Just kind of, you know what? It'd be really nice to talk to him right now.
Trinket Man.
In doing
Oh, Trinket
so,
Man. I
guys,
wish it
guys, calm down. In doing so, it takes some time. But Wing, not only you, but Althea, you also hear a voice in your head
Ooh.
respond.
Ooh, woo.
And the voice projects back into your mind. It's a real shame that Bobby died. Can't say he was my favorite, but I had high hopes for him. The man from another world. How are you doing? Haven't seen any of you since you killed my last shadow giants.
Wait, what?
Oh, I know who this is. Hello, Jangles.
Oh, fuck you.
It would be a pleasure, but I'd rather not. We're both elves, but don't mind.
Wait, he's an elf. I feel like I've
He's-
known that.
What? Yes, he's a wood elf.
Wait a
Yep.
minute, Trinket Man? I don't hear this,
This
but
is
I'm
not Trinket Man. Like, again,
This is-
nobody else hears this but Wing and Althea, but this is
Gotcha.
clearly not Trinket Man, Wing. This
No,
is
I could
Jangles.
tell.
Well, that's why I said
Yeah.
it's Jangles.
yeah,
Yeah.
just so that it doesn't get confused in the slightest. They are not the same person.
Not at all. I realize that.
I know.
But after like saying what he did to you, Althea, he's just look. I can appreciate your anger towards me, Althea, but understand this. I'm the least of your worries. Not like you can hurt me anyways. I'll just keep coming back.
Yeah, you're not that strong. But for
Back-
it doesn't make me strong, so you know.
Back
Equal.
then, I wasn't as strong, but that doesn't matter now. Look, I would love to talk to you again. Without fighting this time, please. If you would like to, the two of you. And bring your friends with you. They seem to be doing some important work as well.
God's
And
work,
why
baby.
would we do that?
Because maybe I have information for you. Maybe I'm not as bad as you thought I was.
I mean, he didn't have some
Especially
cool
with the Shar.
The Shar are nothing. They mean nothing to me.
Then why work with them? There's no point.
There is a point, but that is not for now, my friend. I will tell you this. Whenever you get the chance, visit me. I'll make sure your time isn't wasted. Quite literally. I'll be waiting in a reality beyond yours.
At least we know he's not gonna kill time.
Oh my god.
Wait, but reality, where is that? Like,
A reality beyond yours.
where would we go about finding?
Roll a
Okay.
history check with advantage, both of you.
Can I?
How about an 8?
Keep
Because,
pushing your 8.
advantage
Just
gives
a-
me
just
all advantage. I am defeated.
It's all on
Okay,
Althea's
it's all good.
shoulders now.
I
have to-
arc
Let's try
slain.
mine. I did no better.
I'm gonna do you a favor as you look over to the map of Drayton.
Okay.
Like an unreality portal?
Ding ding.
Who'da thunk?
A reality
Bong,
beyond
bing,
yours.
bong.
I'm so good at solving mysteries.
Please don't die.
Okay.
It's already too late for me.
Can you find the sandwich?
Oh my god. So yeah, after that you don't hear any other responses from Jangles.
Cool. I'm glad I wanted to get the attention of a guy who was nice to me, and instead I got a guy who was a little bit less nice to me at one point, but it's still kind of nice, so I don't know.
Yeah,
To be honest, I'm a little conflicted.
how the fuck did he contact you?
Probably the same way Bambles contacts us.
He's using...
Yeah.
Wow, Wing used big brain.
let me roll that
Him have big
intelligence.
brain, you have small
Yeah, big
brain.
brain, 12!
Oh, big brain.
Oh
Look
my
at
God.
Very
it. Wing have
effective.
big brain, you small brain.
So yeah, you guys have a lot of because you sat in one place for long enough, a lot of other shit started piling up and other things started happening. That's the good thing.
Hold on, let me
I can tell you
try.
a not so good thing, and it's called bronchitis.
Can you make up your mind?
What, you want me to have
Oh, I didn't. You wanna know what? I didn't do nearly as well either. When
Nah, Wing have super galaxy brain, you have just big brain. Everybody else have small
My
brain.
IQ is 3,000.
Super
okay.
galaxy brain.
Let's keep going. Let's give Dylan some time to.
breathe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we keep him coughing, he'll die, and then he'll.
But
stop
he needs
coughing.
that oxygen for that
That's a fact.
super mega galaxy.
So Althaea, we're back.
Boy,
we're back at
howdy.
the top here. By this point, week 3 hits. Carrick and Theron are able to stop by. So, I know something you wanted to kind of research, and with a little bit of their help as well, was, or your primary concern, to get it out of the way, was to look into petrification and how to fight it. The
Yes,
only
was.
way that they're able to find to quote-unquote fight petrification is through a greater restoration spell. And that's only after an individual has been petrified. And even then, as you guys experienced, at least how I'm running it, it doesn't mean that you're out of the woods yet. You have, depending on how long you were in that state and
Yeah.
so on and so forth, and getting the person over to another area, or so again, that also depends on if they're going to survive that or not.
Yeah.
So that's what they're able to help you figure out. Let me look. I will see if they have that spell. If they do,
It'd be Theron.
yeah, it would be Theron.
Is it like
As I remember what they were in Carrick is attack and Theron is defense and support.
Yeah.
is it like Debura spit petrification, or is it like straight up petrification?
It
Like
is-
do they shatter when you move them, or can you move them as a solid?
They do not shatter when you move them. So the literal shit for petrification. Let me. That was a book. That was a big book. That was my fucking Cobalt book, Cobalt Press book. God dang it.
Big out.
Big ouch book.
Yeah, bigger than any other D&D book I have. So, petrification is directly stated as: a petrified creature is transformed along with any non-magical object it is wearing or carrying into a solid inanimate substance, usually stone. Its weight increases by a factor of 10 and it ceases aging. The creature is incapacitated, can't move or speak, and is unaware of its surroundings. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. The creature automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. Creature has resistance to all damage. The creature is immune to poison and disease, although a poison or disease already in its system is suspended, not neutralized. So, that is the literal effect of petrification as per D&D guidelines.
So all I need to hear was can't take damage, okay?
You're resistant to damage. They can still fuck you up. They can still kill you. They can still shatter you. It's just...
Okay.
It's harder to do
Just would
so.
take a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, a nuke is a fucking nuke. You're gonna destroy a stone building. You are a stone building for a while. Except a weaker one. So, that is the...
When he calls you a stone building.
That is the bit on that. I don't... I'm still looking. Oh, man. Wow.
When he calls you a stone building, but not a good one.
Let me do this, because I guess... Well, I'm going to table that on if they have it or not, and we'll continue with people.
Okay.
I will get back to you, because I do have to look into this a little bit further, and that's
So
another
are we
thing.
gonna skip over the rest of mine then?
Yeah, unless you had anything in particular you wanted to go over with them or try and find
I
out.
wanted to, because the other thing I mentioned that I wanted to do when I was visiting them, if I did go to Igus, was I wanted to work, because by myself I can't work on fighting on Abraham, but if I spar with them, I could start working towards it.
Okay. So, I mean...
And now that I have, I'm assuming,
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure we agreed that I have the staff, I can use the spear.
Gotcha. They're able to help a little bit. One of the... Actually, can they do that? Ooh, I wonder if they
Well,
can.
I guess I could attune. Yeah, I'm assuming during the time frame I would have attuned to it. I would have probably taken off the featherfall.
Okay. So, everyone's good with that? Althaea tuning to the Rod of Godly Might, or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I will leave that to you, because you know how to stat your shit.
Ooh, I have to... Oh boy.
Then, let's see here. I just need to look at... Okay. So, it turns out that they are able to do greater restoration, or at least Theron can.
Yeah.
So what he is going to do is he is going to make a spell scroll of greater restoration for you guys. During his time, it is Althaea, are you proficient in Arcana?
What?
Are you proficient in Arcana?
Yeah,
In that case,
that's why I got to roll it.
he will say, if you would like, instead of spending your week to learn how to or learning more sparring with Abraham, to learn how to make scrolls.
Ooh, that would be nice.
So, as per scroll making, I don't remember if it's DM's guide or if it is otherwise.
Goddamn, doing stuff and then trying to also do Lordly Might at the same time is so difficult.
Don't worry, we'll get off of your situation very soon.
Well, I'm almost done.
Fuck.
What do I need to roll?
For what?
I'm assuming I'm gonna have to roll something.
Oh, to learn how to make spell scrolls?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna have you roll for that, because it's technically something you would kind of know how to do. It's just, it's different. So, this is the kind of general rules on spell scroll making. Obviously, you know how the spell scroll works. It's literally... A spell scroll bears the words of a single spell written in a mystical cipher. If the spell is on your class spells list, you can read the scroll and cast it as a spell without providing any material components. Otherwise, the scroll is unintelligible. So, generally, sometimes the scrolls can just do it anyway. I don't have that role. Casting the spell by
read it
reading...
in Druidic, and only Druids could use it.
Technically, but I would... just to make it easier, I would say you as a group, anybody can just use the scroll. It's not... I'm not going to... Because otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to use other scrolls already.
Well, it'd be in common.
Otherwise, casting the spell by reading the scroll requires the spell's normal casting time. Once it's cast, the words on the scroll fades and it crumbles to dust. If the casting is interrupted, the scroll is not lost. If this spell is on your class's spell list but of a higher level you can normally cast, you must make an ability check using your spellcasting ability to determine whether you can cast it successfully. So again, that's if you had a 9th level spell scroll and you're only a 4th level caster. So that could be another issue people might have. The level of the spell in the scroll determines the spell's saving DC. And then, let's see here. There are other... So that's just general rules for anybody. Let's see here. To create a spell scroll... DM's Guide 200. Okay, that's where it is. I had gone over it. I just don't want to lead you astray. Because it also says...
This would create a proficiency, correct?
It would... I mean, again, you have your proficiency in Arcana. That allows you to do this.
Yeah, I just mean like a specific one that I can write down. So that I can
scroll making, if you would like, just so that you know it. You don't...
Okay,
it's not
and then that would
be... make checks for, if I remember correctly. It's just that it does cost... You do have to use the materials. So, like, if you wanted to do the Moonlight spell that you have, then you would have to pretty much destroy that Moonlight, the Moonflower you have, to make that scroll. Because someone else has to be able to use that scroll. Same thing goes for a lot of other stuff. Shit, if you want something as simple as, let me make scrolls of healing word, you could literally fucking do that, but it would be at the first level. It would be you could try and make it at a higher level. Cantrips would be at a first level no matter what. I'm still trying to find where the actual... Oh my god. Make spell scroll 5e. 133? Fuck.
One would think, well, I'm thinking like 5 gold pieces.
Oh, no,
magic ink,
don't.
some paper.
Don't even. Just, I have it right here. Crafting a scroll is, time and patience, blah, blah, blah. Takes amount of time and money related to the level of the spell and character wants to scribe. So, if you wanted to do a cantrip, it would be 1 day at 15 gold pieces. First level, 1 day, 25. Second day, 3 days, 250. Because Greater Restoration is a 5th level spell. Oh, shit. If you want him to do this, Theron is able to put it forth, the 5,000 gold pieces to do it. Or at least, because he doesn't use the money so much anyway. But it will take 4 work weeks. So if you want him to make this, it's going to take another 4 weeks to do it, and by then you're looking at the castle invasion.
Yeah, and that's... He wasn't planning on coming with, was he?
He is not somebody that has been hired. I will let you know right off the bat.
So then, that's fine.
Again...
He can just hold on.
Okay, so you're not going to have him make the scroll then?
No, I would like him to make the scroll. I just don't need it right away, because we're not going to go straight to Wing's place right after.
Okay. He will do that. He says that he'll find a way to get an animal to get it to you safely or otherwise. So that way, because he still has other business in Aegis.
I'm sure the ship that you take, we took to get to Aegis originally, would be willing to.
It is a matter of keeping it secret because he does not want it.
Yeah.
He does not want other people knowing about it. If word gets out a little too far and he knows that there are the demons and devils there, he does not want them hearing about it and getting to the animal that he is, because that's going to take a lot of fucking time and effort.
I mean, and we can always use the if Bambles is willing to, the sigil sequence.
Yeah, that too. So he will have that in 4 weeks for you. We will wrap that up on your end.
Okay,
now that you know how to make
stuff to do.
Scrolls and all this other stuff. Bambles. The night of the venue hits. There are a number of musicians who drop by. A couple of ones that are noteworthy are a beatboxing Kenku, whose name is Beat. there are drow twins who play the ocarina, otherwise, and their names are Toplin and Mina. And as you're kind of going through, having a good time, I'll actually make their rolls for them. And not bad. There's also at one point, there are highs and then there's lulls. There's even at a point there's this lizard folk who's just beating on some drums as best as he can. He's not really doing all that well, but he keeps looking at you as if he knows you.
Hello?
Hello. I don't know if you want to do anything about that once he kind of steps off stage or anything.
You cut out for me. I don't know if you did for everyone else.
Oh?
What?
Did you hear about... What was the last thing you heard?
I heard everything.
Okay, that's all I
processing.
Oh, that was weird. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go up to him.
Roll me, actually, yeah, roll me a history check as you're looking at this guy. And he seems to happily kind of approach you to some degree. This is Brax. From when you guys fought Null Dry and I. Not the black dragon. The green dragon from his lair. The one that stole the king.
That was a black.
Oh,
dragon.
the guy.
It was
that were in
black.
that room?
Yeah, it was black.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my brain. Sorry.
Yeah, the cook dude.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, how's it going?
Hi.
I
Wonderful. How's it going?
I finally made it back here. Took a while. I got lost. Went the wrong way. Ended up in some fucked forest for a while, but whatever. I'm still alive. Got to eat some meat. Rabbits are good.
Yeah, indeed.
How's things going around here?
I mean, going pretty well, I guess. All things considered, I'm still alive.
Yeah, that's a start.
Having a good time.
Look, I just figured I'd at least to say hi. Thanks for not killing me. I made it here. And because you kind of gestures to the room, which is filled with people drinking and having a good time. Some people are even gambling here or there, just because whatever. You're kind of in secret for the most part. It looks like they haven't been quite caught yet. Just like I said, he just kind of gestures through. Kind of figured, I kind of heard rumor that you kind of put this together. Kind of the easiest way for me to kind of get back to everybody and say, "Hi, I'm alive."
Well,
Oh,
good on you.
thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for coming around.
No problem. I'm gonna go take a drink from someone. You see him kind of slink as he's talking to you. He's been kind of moving away a little bit. You don't notice it until now. And there's a dwarf that looks at his bud. He's like, she was a fine lady, let me tell you. He looks back at his drink, and his drink is just fucking gone. And you see Brax just off in a corner with two mugs of ale. Don't know where he got the second one, but he's sitting over there with him now. And you may take the stage at this point.
Awesome. All right. Bambles brushes off his Taylor Swift t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And walks up to the stage and puts a big old grin on his face. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise.
There's an ooze in the corner. Thank you for saying otherwise!
No problem, I got you. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. I hope you're having a good time.
There's a couple of people that cheer, and there's just this one guy that's just flat out drunk. He, does his yell like that and just slams into the table, flips it, and hits the ground.
All right. Yeah, I'll take that as a yes. Yeah, what am I doing up here talking? How about some music?
They're just like yelling and happy. They're ready for you to go. Half of them are just dead drunk. You're halfway through the venue and they're already dead drunk. Like a good chunk of them. Like they put some good stuff forward for this. The Shifty Owl drink wise.
All right.
I think I might be accidentally rolling stuff, but I don't know.
I haven't seen anything.
Bambles pulls out guitar.
There it goes.
This is Wonderwall.
Yep.
Alright, you're gonna play Wonderwall for a bunch of drunks. Love it. Go for it. Fuck! Alright. You're going, and it gets a little bit of a sobering up for some of the people. The ones that are dead drunk, they're gone. There's no bringing them back. They're entranced, and they don't stop fucking talking at some points, just because they're just murmuring what they think is quietly, but rather loud about how good you are and how you're playing, and how much they're just enjoying the venue in general with everyone else that's been playing. But eventually, as you kind of step off the stage, you're approached by this fancy blue scale jacket wearing, black skinned male tiefling who has braided hair in the back, but there's some hair.
A lot of adjectives.
Again, black tiefling, braided hair, kind of a white braided hair in the back with some hair flowing over their face in the front. Just a dragon scale blue jacket. Literally, they look like a fucking rock star. Like just a early rock star. But you're approached by this person, and they hold out their hand to you, as if to shake.
Well, I meet him the other half. Hi.
Nice to meet you. The name's Bliss. And I assume that you're the holder of this venue today.
Yeah, that would be me.
Very well. Look. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, good sir. You've chosen a very interesting, bardic life. Roll insight.
Yeah.
He sounds like a vampire.
It's just the way I do some of the tieflings. But,
Romania.
and this isn't a very hard check, he doesn't mean you setting up this venue. He literally means your bardic college with what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I see the way you've chosen your words. And, well, some people may not be quite aware of it, and the few who are may not quite appreciate it. I can say that I am one of a similar grouping, per se.
I
You've
understand.
attracted my attention. If you would like, just maybe we can swap a few stories. Not any that we are going to sing about. Those are fucking mine, let me tell you. And I assure you that those are yours. You're not taking my fucking story money.
Absolutely, I understand.
But, maybe we could do a little bit of teaching back and forth. You don't see many of our college out running about and making a scene.
No. You are correct in that.
Very well. Do we have a mutual partnership, per se?
Per se.
He grins at this. You have made yourself an accomplice, per se, in Bliss.
There's a lot of per se.
Yeah, he is. Like, he is a College of Whispers, as if, obviously, just similar as yourself. And because you know this, it's, College of Whispers isn't very on the up and up all the time, considering the practices that it is. But, and as such, you've kind of made yourself an accomplice in the ways of the College of Whispers and learning a little bit more on, whenever you would like, some of the background on it, as he has had formal education, as he explains. Okay?
Okay.
Alright.
There's more I want to do this week, though.
And that is?
Well, you can't just tease me with a little bit of library knowledge without a little bit of probing.
What would you like to probe for?
Well, it's not so much what I want to probe for, it's who I want to probe.
Oh?
Yep. This alien probe's going in someone's asshole.
Whose asshole?
Mane. She's always been helpful. She'll understand.
Oh, okay, so are you speaking to her, or are you looking information up on her?
No, I'm literally walking up to her and shoving something in her ass. No, I'm talking to her.
So, we'll make this easy just because I don't, just to make it easier on you. What is this, well, just so that we can get through everyone's stuff. What is it that you're specifically looking forward in speaking with her about?
Soul transferring stuff pertaining to Sorenfald / Routen. That'll pique her interest.
Okay. Let me see what she would really know. That might be a little rough.
I don't expect her to know. I just expect that she has some connections. Someone who can help.
So essentially, this makes it a lot easier. Anyway, she knows just about jack shit on it, but as you have come to know, she can go ahead and try and reach out to Torque from Gar, the Tiefling Necromancer lady, that had actually helped you guys with bringing Soren. God damn it!
Yeah, the one we almost killed. Yeah,
Routen back. Yeah, pretty much. Quote unquote back. So she's able to contact her, and lucky for you, she is one of the people who's going to be there for the festival. So we might be able to get her in a few days prior, so that way you can discuss with her about that, and she'll do some research in between.
Okie dokie.
There we go. So, Wing, I don't know if you...
pulls the stick out of Amane's ass.
Thank you. Wing, I don't know, because Dylan...
Whoa, now, that was unnecessary.
Dylan, I know your throat's a little fucked right now. I don't know if you wanted to go over additional shit, because I know at this point, week 3, canon would kind of be available.
Don't worry, I've got it for him. Fuck canon.
Fuck cancer.
That's not...
Stupid. I was gonna say something, but then I forgot. And my
Tough
throat
cannon.
is being fucked. I mean, I could, but it's gonna be like this, so I don't think anyone wants that.
Talk to her in sign language.
That's tough.
Tough.
Mainly because I don't know sign language. I don't know. Nah, not really, to be
Okay.
honest.
So
not really feeling up to it right now.
I do you want me to give you the gist of it if you were to go do it, so you at least have that? Because I do have notes on it on overall.
Yeah, why not?
So she's Kenneth's being a little bit more open, but she's still in the terms of talking to, but she is either working on Greg's hand still or working on equipment for the castle infiltration. At this point, Greg's hand, like, The only reason she's open is because Greg is also there, getting his hand actually attached to him. She's doing what she can. She is focusing really hard on her work, and that's really what's most important for everyone right now, and that's what she considers to be her primary objective. She's hard. She doesn't seem down to earth at the moment. She is up in the air, just focusing really hard on her work, not paying attention. You can kind of look at her. She seems tired. She's alive. She's kind of well. She's eating when she needs to, just enough to keep doing her work. But she is tired as all shit, and from what you would be able to tell for the most part. Speaking of which, and the hand of Greg, though, for Greg, he has...
She accidentally made a foot.
No.
Oopsie.
His arm, it's metal frame. It's like a mixture of wood and metal, just kind of a strong prosthetic that allows it to take a little bit of a hit and also give a little bit of one. It is, and because you are there, and anybody else, because Greg would explain it to you, because he has worked with some of you long enough, and other of you would just be there to hear. It has 3 mechanisms to it. 3 rotating mechanisms that he can change it with on his bonus action. It serves as a cannon, a dagger, and a rapier.
Ooh, damn.
Well,
Yep.
Hey, now you can talk to Cannon wherever you go.
So...
You don't need Cannon, you just need Greg.
So he has been hard at work with just making sure that is designed as he needs it, and he no longer has that other knife he had, that special knife he had, and he is, because he is not technically doesn't have 2 hands anymore. He has put a little bit more work into his magical casting abilities. So he's gotten a little bit better in that as well. And he'll keep that a secret about what he can specifically do, just for when things actually start going down.
Magic stone.
By the end of the 3rd week, and we can... at the end of the 3rd week, you hear that Ruby of Tarman has been identified as working with the Frostfang Orc tribe that the people of the 3 continents have been warring with. Well, technically, Trigis and again, the people of the 3 continents that you are part of, have been warring with on to the east of the Brectic Mountains. The Frostfang Orcs have also been commanded by a white dragon, who is, again, rumors going around again, there's enough information coming out, both of which have been working... the dragon has been working under Shar influence. So that rumor gets around. Whoever it is that did it seems to have taken care of it. But that is what you've been able to find out. Okay?
Okie dokie, Captain.
If you would like, we can take a bio break at this point.
Yes, because I have things to discuss.
I love biology.
I'm going to take a bio break myself. I'll be right back.
My whole life is a bio break, to be honest. At this point.
Ooh. Austin, are you still awake?
He's dead. Which is fine. Oh god. I think I'm beginning to lose my voice.
You should stop doing that.
I wish I could. You know, I really wish. Life just ain't that easy, though, it seems.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna...
since you're gonna be faster looking this up than I am,
Yeah.
what I have all the base for everything set up, and I figured the climbing pole was just gonna be my usual, just a check.
The climbing pole?
Yep, the 4th button.
Because the climbing pole is essentially a ladder of sorts. It's not necessarily something you have to make a check for.
I chose, like, just set it up with strength, because that'd be mounting it.
Let me see here.
Because it doesn't really say.
If it doesn't say, you don't have to make a check then.
No? Okay,
No,
well then
I'm not
I will
gonna make
move
you-
that.
yeah.
I can go put that where I put the...
The only one that would need,
6th
like,
button.
the battering ram would need a check, as it says.
I have that one in there.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if you would want me to put damage for that. It's for knocking stuff down, though, so I didn't think so.
I mean, it would be more of an improvised weapon at that point. So, you wouldn't have proficiency or anything like that. I mean, if someone decides to use it as a weapon at some point, then I'll go from there, but otherwise it's primarily not. It would be improvised weapon.
I wasn't worried about that. I just wanted it for knocking down doors.
Simple enough. Look at that. We were able to get through quite a bit with some time left over, too, still. Oh, man. But no, hopefully the way that I set all of this up worked well and was still entertaining for everybody. It was, like I said, there was a lot to write. I don't know if you heard it, but I have, like, going through all of it, I had 5, almost 6 pages of notes for all of this. Especially the more specific stuff, like Bambles, the scale that Bambles had, or the
Gotcha.
or the possible venue, or what you had to deal with.
Oh my fucking god.
Boof.
That's all that roll is, by the way.
Yeah, whatever. God, I'm so excited that
It's just gonna
Greg,
do 0.
Greg has his fucking arm back.
Look at it's.
Hey. You can take off the damage portion of it.
I did.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's blank. I just clicked the button, despite not needing to. So for maces, what do they do for damage?
A mace. I believe it's a D8, but let me triple check. Mace. Macy. D6.
Oh, a d6? Okay.
D6 bludgeoning.
And then I'd get a +3 to attack and damage rolls. So, good.
Yeah.
So I would have to add that.
It's a pretty solid item. Now the only issue is that you're either going to have one hand with your sword and one hand with your mace and you can't cast, or you have one weapon out and your other hand free
One
to
weapon
cast.
at a time.
Yeah, so that's the only downside, but at the same time, this is not just an offensive weapon, this is a tool.
Yep.
So that's the good thing about this. That is
Well, maybe
gonna
it
be
processes.
very useful in the future, possibly. Depending on what you guys do. And how you have to do it. And how you decide to do it. Oh, man. Oh, shit.
Okay,
Bromund didn't make his
so-
last roll. Shit.
Oh, do you want me to do that real quick?
We'll have him here for it. I also have...
He is here. He's just getting
I've
sleepy.
returned.
Aren't you, Austin?
And I wanted to use them first.
Did I make anything off the venue?
I am giving you that right now.
Okay.
So you got your platinum return on it
Okay.
to start, and you got an additional 500 gold pieces.
Money is money, baby.
They played well. You played well. For
Did you send
Bromund,
your...
at end of
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
third week, you are able to have an excellent quality of sake. It's just gonna be say 3 servings of it. It's not much. You didn't have a ton of rice. But you do have 3 servings of it, of excellent quality of that. And then once you get your smithing check in, I can give you how much you made with Oilug.
Hold on.
Sweet deal.
So I can erase that. I'm so happy I have this whiteboard now. That makes some of this so much fucking easier. So that way I don't forget special important things. So Bambles just got his, so I can erase that now. I need to look back at Bromund and the smithing checks.
+4, remember.
Damn, nice.
17.
17. So, okay, roll me 3d10. So there are gonna be 3 additional rolls I'm gonna have you make. So just first one is 3d10.
Okay.
Okay. Not bad. You got a 15 on the next one. Roll another 3d10. Alright. And one more. Damn. Okay. So, mathy. Throughout the 3 weeks, you're able to get 470 gold pieces.
Hey.
And because of your work, Oilug does offer, once everything calms down and there is no more issues and you need a place to go, he will happily have you join him. Because you did good quality stuff. You did well. If you had done any worse, you would not have been offered that job. So now you have a job for when the quiet life comes around.
Well, good.
If you so choose.
I'll keep that on the back burner. Yeah, in which case Simon says, unless I die.
Well, try not to. Cool. So people made a little bit of money. Some things happened. Wing, are you here?
No.
Oh, I still wasn't done.
Physically.
Okay.
We still weren't done with mine.
Oh, what's going on?
Okay, so the flame tongue. How are we doing that?
So the flame tongue is a short sword, is what was decided. So a short sword. The base for that is a D6 as well, but then because it is flame tongue, it should be 2d6 fire damage. You have that, Bambles.
What?
It's 2d6 fire damage for your flame tongue. I believe so.
I believe so.
Yeah, it should be so 1d6 of piercing, 2d6 of fire. Okay. One of them's a warhammer, correct?
No.
Okay, what's the next one that you need?
That, but it's still not loading.
Oh,
I know why. Do you want to fill in some of these?
yeah, I will say we'll be able to deal with that. I don't think you're gonna have an issue that you're gonna have. I don't know if you'll have to use it today, but if you do, we'll get to that. Okay. We'll have it. You'll have the time to get it ready for next week. It's not very pressing right now. So, you guys get back together after your 3 weeks. Obviously, kind of realistically sharing what information you found, so that everyone's kind of aware. I assume Althaea and Wing share what the fuck happened with the Jangles.
I don't know. Wing, what do you think?
I don't know. I think that it's not up to me to decide. It's all that you decide.
It's just a matter if you guys are sharing that information.
I mean, I guess we should, since he did invite them.
Yeah. Okay. So, no, you guys are aware of the invitation to the Unreality portal from Jangles whenever you get an opportunity. So, at this point, like I said, Greg is good to go. You guys have a lot of information, even more information to work with. What's your next step?
Well, what quests are there?
Currently, so lining up all the things that you guys have looked into and are interested in, or can look into. You have, again, going to the Weeping Caves, going to the Arctic Palace, going to the Unreality Portal. I mean, nothing has really changed job-wise for the most part. Looks like a couple of the jobs got cleaned out. If you're looking for major jobs in the Varabas Adventurers Guild, then you're looking at there's the Mad Scientist thing, and then that's kind of the major. Well, Mad Scientist you don't really know much about, but otherwise those are kind of the big ones that you guys have kind of brought up and looked into.
I mean, we're definitely... I don't want to go to Igus yet. Not for that.
I guess for what?
The Weeping Caves.
Okay. So, kind of narrows it down.
We also don't want to take, disappear for months.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for the Unreality Portal situation?
Yeah.
You don't... Well, actually, anybody who is proficient in Arcana can roll a check. Althaea, you can roll it with advantage.
Woo!
12.
Okay. Bambles,
20!
you don't have a proficiency in Arcana?
What?
You don't have proficiency in Arcana?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm a bard, not a wizard.
I suppose you got a point. And plus the way you learned your magic. So, Wing, you're kind of iffy on it, but Althaea. So, with certain portals, like you kind of, because of your literal ancestral background of the Feywild, going through that portal is something that would cause a disruption in time-wise. Or one that would cause you to, be gone for months, or even go back in time technically, or it might. It's just it's a mess of what that portal does. Obviously, a very similar thing happened when you went to Bobby's world, but otherwise, portals aren't always like that. You just don't know if this one will be. I mean, the only thing that you have to go off of is the fact that Jangle said he will not waste your time, literally.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Unreality portals sound like a bad idea.
Well, I thought it sounded like a good idea.
I think it's a good idea, but
Not yet.
I just don't want to take that risk.
Well, what if it's information about what's coming right now? And if we don't take it right now, then we're gonna be in a lot of pain.
That is a surprisingly good point.
Being dead makes me intelligent,
Well, if we assume the knowledge pertains to what's coming, we either go there.
And not all of us have to go in the portal.
DM says yes, you do.
Yeah.
DM says yes.
I
you fucking
wouldn't do that.
That's stupid.
No, it's not stupid. It makes it easier for me. DM says if you're gonna go, everyone's going in the fucking portal.
So, anyways,
Don't
either
do that to me.
if we act on the assumption that the knowledge does pertain to what's coming, we either go there and get it and come back with it, go there, get it, don't come back in time with it, which is a big poo-poo, or we just don't go there and don't get it.
Which is
Yeah.
by far the safest option for making sure that we're here.
My only thing
But the thing is,
Oh,
does
well.
that knowledge make up for that risk?
And my only thing is that if it is like a trap to like just, you know, waste our time so that we're not there for the battle, then
Wing, roll me
That-
history. Jangle said, as one of the very first things he told you, he is not a liar,
Yeah, but
Oof.
and he has not lied to you yet. That is what he told you, at least.
is this you as DM telling me that he's not going to lie to me?
I
or
can't
you
say
as
anything
DM?
else. You go on your own assumptions. He stated he is not a liar. Go based off of what he has done and what he has said he would do, and you tell me if you think he's a liar or not. And rather, also, Althaea, wait, do you tell the rest of the group who the fuck Jangles even is?
Oh,
I've heard stories.
yeah, Bamble knows kind.
Who the fuck is Bamble?
I
So,
said Bambles. My finger lifted just at the
and
wrong
obviously
moment.
Zephfer, of course. So yeah, in that case, just I assume you kind of give the full idea of what you know about Jangles.
And my hatred.
Yeah, I would, that would get across.
Well, I mean, just I would describe him in a hateful way. You're right.
Yeah. You're
Yes,
kinda...
I guess.
From the gist of what you're able to get from Althaea between the fucks and the he needs to go die, every other sentence, you get that Jangles is someone high up in the Shar, probably, has commanded a fucking attack on Gar, encountered them the very first time, and told the original three about the Shar plans and his boss, who you guys have figured out is what Jangles called the Primal King, but what you guys are now known as some guy who has taken Rauten's body, and his
AKA probably Von Rack.
and his Von Rack was kneeling to him.
Sorry, no.
So
that's
Von
right.
Rack is below this guy.
The one that Orjaboro saw.
Yeah, whoever that might have been. So you kind of get the gist of this, and that, and even when they had cornered Jangles and he was on his last life, he killed himself. And you now have definitive mental proof, at least, that Jangles came back because they would suspect that he was the one that killed the king, and then the king came back, and then Jangles disappeared again, and then Jangles is now talking to them. He's a fucking chaotic character. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. He's so chaotic. Anywho, yeah. You're able to, you kind of get all of that. So, important in the Shar has invited you guys to go out, blah, 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 blah. So, he would be someone who holds a lot of information, most likely. Or that he was with the Shar and that he doesn't give a he said that they don't mean anything to him anymore, suddenly. Whatever that might mean.
Pip is also out there somewhere still.
That's true.
He's in Tarmin.
Yeah.
Last time you saw him, at least.
I mean, if you guys think that getting and talking to Jangles,
Stutters out of the anger.
then I guess I can deal with it.
Good, it's settled then.
So which portal would you guys like to go to? I assume you want to go to the closest one. I'll move you to the
Show
map.
us
The
the map.
closest one.
So-
DTW, that was just me stuttering, and it just happened to work
No, but
really
it's
well, and I
beautiful.
was seething at myself. I almost called him a different name, and I don't know what it was.
So I assume you guys would like to go to the one in. Yep. When do you guys want to set out?
One's in the desert.
Camels.
Fact.
Fact.
Do you guys want to just set out the following day after the end of the week? And just,
Yeah, doesn't
or even
did-
that.
did-
Yep.
Roman set his lender?
Yes, he would set it at the end of the third week. Just because of, or the end of the second.
Okay. What all needs to happen to his inventory then?
He loses the emerald gem he had, and let me
2
go.
pairs of pants.
Let me go see what else he sent. 25 gold pieces.
Okay.
So Jade, not emerald. Sorry.
I knew which one you were talking about. It was
Okay.
only stone.
Yes, it's Jade.
So also because it's I don't know if you guys want to, because I know you previously you wanted to go into the desert at night. Are you leaving at night now so that way you can do your rests when you need to, and that way when you reach the desert you're at night still?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Whatever we need to do so that we get to the desert and it's nighttime.
All right. So will you leave tonight then on the first day after the third week, or no? Will you leave the night of the end of the third week, or are you leaving the night after?
Whenever
The night
Greg
of.
is to go.
Is Greg good for now?
Greg is good to go. He is more than happy to
Yeah.
fucking follow along.
Yeah.
Ooh, this
Put
is
on
gonna
them
be
pants.
exciting. Let's go.
Yeah, he is. You see him. He like taps a button on the inner forearm, and you just see every time he taps it, it just switches. So then think of it as the rapier revolves on the left hand side, the knife revolves on the right hand side, and just in the front of it, he doesn't have another hand still. Like he can kind of use the knife as support, so he has that if he needs to climb or do otherwise. But so it kind of helps, but for the most part, it really comes down to like there's more of a hole there, which is what the fucking cannon is for him. So he is
Woo.
raring to go and test his shit out. It is a rather light cannon, otherwise it would fucking break his arm every time he shoots. Who would have guessed?
Of course.
Heavy cannon.
Oh wait, we can take Abraham this time.
You can if you would like.
Woohoo! Oh hell yes!
You guys are back together as a group for the most part.
Oh, this is exciting.
The gang's all here.
So, at this point, by the way, before we go, then, how is Abraham's feathers looking?
They're good. I would say you've been able to take care of them really well throughout the weeks that you've
Okay,
been
well,
there.
yeah, we've been spending a lot of time, so I guess.
Yeah, and you guys,
Okay.
again, you guys chose some really good stuff to get into to spend your time wisely. So you guys set out that night. Because I wrote like multiple notes and multiple locations in my book. I just need to find the proper area. Ah, there it is.
Area.
Okay. Oh, okay. You guys are traveling through. You're kind of going through your night. I assume there's nothing else anyone wanted to do.
Not particularly.
No, I'm good.
You guys set out, walking through at night as you're setting off on your way. It's not cold. It like the night weather is damn near the same as the day weather, for whatever the fucking reason is.
Well, we know about the mad scientist having the weather machine, so.
There you go. So you're not having much of an issue. It's nice. It's warm with a cool breeze setting through. and you start hearing a mixture of wings and scales sliding.
Wonderful.
And
Is that a Durgan?
it's not, whatever it is, it's not trying to hide from you, but
Would it be perception then?
you can do a perception to figure out how many there might be.
Woo,
And I'll
here
leave
we
that to
go.
Althaea. I'm gonna have to do... Oh,
Woohoo! 25. They're not getting away.
it's not a matter of them getting away, because they sound like they're coming right towards you, and there are a lot of them.
No, I'm talking about, like, the ones... There's not going to be any missed, essentially.
Yeah, no. And it gets closer, it sounds closer and closer, until the sound is basically right above you, and you look up, and you see these.
Oh, I wonder what that is called.
My bad. But you see 10 of them.
They're pretty.
It's more than 5.
They all, make their way down towards you guys. Not fast, but they are making their way down.
Leisurely. Can I insight them?
Yes.
And now we wait. Oh my fucking god.
They're scary. They want to hurt you.
That's what I think, at least. I'm sure at this point everybody sees them, yes?
Yeah, no, they're obvious. It's hard to miss.
Anybody else want to do insight?
Greg is definitely going to, as he is aiming up.
Wow.
This is exciting! We could just see it again.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I set the bar too low.
No, it's...
Oh.
Greg, Bambles, you also get this. They're way too leisurely moving to want to hurt anybody. And Greg, you guys see Greg lower his arm. Slowly. And these things finish floating down.
Oh, of course, Bromund can clearly see it.
And one of them kind of floats up closer to you guys. Are you the individuals going towards the deserts, we assume?
Yes.
We are individuals going towards the desert. I don't know where we're the individuals.
It blinks slowly. You will have safe travels. Understand? And at this point, they're circling. All of them are circling your group. And there's just this one standing in the middle of this circle with you guys. They're moving fast enough that it just looks like a sphere of red and white moving around you.
I'd like to say I understand. I understand the concept of safe travels. I just don't understand why.
Trust us.
I have a feeling I know why you're with him.
Depends on who him is.
Masked. We'd call him a jester.
No. We are not with him. But
Man, I do love the adjective game.
we may work
The adjective
beside him for now. But not for him. Understand your current state. And hold on to it. And you see all of them just shoot back up to the sky and they disappear.
Interesting.
Well, that's neat.
they are. I would say just because of the fact of that they actually anybody proficient in religion?
Ooh, that's me!
Roll that check on these things.
Gonna have to tell me what I get. I was doing stuff.
Wonk is proficient in religion?
Oddly enough, the one who is the least religious is proficient in it. So, dab.
Yeah, there's the background to that. Althaea, you're not quite picking it up, and it kind of makes sense that you wouldn't so much because it's not like it. They're not really in your field, but they are at the same time. Wing, you would know a little bit better about these koalas, as they are celestial beings. They're literally the workers. They are the guardians and caretakers created by some sort of benevolent god, or again some higher order god that has good intentions.
Well, that's good.
I'll just relay that to them so that they know, and they can do what they want with it. Because I'm still dying, obviously.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Kill them all.
Yeah, they are. There's a lot of mystery behind them, where they came from, who really created them, so on and so forth. But they are, they're also similar to, like, if you think about the Ouroboros, they're also a being of high intelligence that just know shit. So there you go.
Yeah.
And also, not the greatest thing to fight if you so chose to do so.
That reminded me. That would have been someone I could have asked about stuff. I got him on speed dial.
Technically, yes.
Put
But
the world on speed dial.
But you guys continue, and night one kind of goes without any issue. Even during the day, nothing happens.
Well, I would hope so.
Same thing goes for day 2 and night 2. During night, night 3 is just calm. Whatever it is, you've seen animals, you've seen creatures. There are bunnies, there are birds still flying around. There's still Abraham's still doing what he does to eat food. Like life is still continuing, but it's just, in these lands there's typically something after you.
I could get used to this. I don't know about you guys.
What's your actually?
We should get some more divine protection. That sounds pretty good to me.
Even during one of the days during your watch. Let me see. What would be your watch order, guys?
I would be last.
All right, never mind then. We got it. During the day, on your last watch, Althaea, you literally see, I'm not joking about this number, 18 fucking elephants roaming the land together.
Oh, it's a herd. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, they're herd of elephants. But literally
What?
18 of them roaming together. Elephants you have not seen around here before. At all.
How pretty.
A group of elephants is called a herd or parade.
A parade! I like that better.
I like that.
I'm out of the tent. I wouldn't need to be in the tent at this point, considering we were told it was going to be safe and nothing showed up for the other 2 days. So I'm gonna go talk to the elephants.
Okay. You think they're still walking as you kind of approach. They're not really stopping.
Hello!
You see a couple of them slowly look down at you. Hello.
What are you doing here? You're not from around here.
We don't know. We've just been told to walk.
Gotcha.
Told to walk.
They look healthy. Like, they're not in pain or anything like that. but
Well, as long as you're doing okay,
yeah.
continue forward.
A group of eels is called a fry.
What is what?
A group of eels?
It's called
A fry of eels.
Ah, I love it.
Anyway, I'm gonna
I'm
let you
sorry.
do your thing, and I'm gonna go back by Abraham.
Thank you. Actually, oh shit. You mentioned Abraham.
Eat.
Most of them stay really calm. Some of their eyes go really wide and get scared. Some of them. Jeff, I don't like that one. Nor do I, Nora. Guys, it's okay. It's not that big. It can't carry us
buddy.
away. And you hear a collective, oh. And they continue.
Okay.
Man, do I sure love Zootopia.
It's a great movie.
Never seen it.
It was a good movie.
if you need to borrow it, I will happily lend that to you.
A leap of leopards.
Hey. Night 4, you guys are going along. I want everyone to roll. Actually, who's leading? Who's leading at this point? Because at night 4, you guys are in the desert now. Tag team Tabaxi. I love it. Yeah.
I would assume that I would be on Abraham flying.
Okay. I would say in that case, how high up above everybody?
20, 30 feet.
Okay. Perception with advantage, considering you'd probably be in the front then.
Woo!
Who would be leading on the ground?
Never me.
17.
I'm a rear boy.
Okay. Yeah, I would say, in that case, since it doesn't sound like Bromund, but then Wing. Yeah, roll perception, then Wing. Okay, you both are seeing it very clearly.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd be in the front.
Roman also wants to be in the front.
You... Oh, okay. Yeah. Either way, the two of you saw it anyhow. Yeah. You not so much, Bromund. Even though it's once Wing and Althaea kind of start pointing it out a little bit better later, if they decide to, I assume they would. It's very clear there are two of those large Yanti snake people.
Can I insight them?
Feel free. I'll actually show you guys, since you guys have technically seen them, but...
They've got curved swords.
And they are large people. They do not... Althaea, right off the bat, they don't have their swords out. Hands are at their sides. They look like they're waiting.
But you can see the scabbard and tell it's a curved sword.
Lovely.
You are impressed by the size of their curved sword.
By the size of their scimitars.
Scimitar, curved sword. One really sets the point home.
No, they look like they are waiting. They don't look like they're necessarily ready to attack or anything, but you guys continue forward.
I would.
Okay. As you are getting closer, they salute to you guys and point you to continue forward, and kind of in a general direction of what kind of matches with the mapping of where the reality portal or unreality portal is.
Gotcha.
So
They point you in the direction you should be going.
yeah, like
Nice.
It looks a little off course. Like it looks a little bit off to the right a little bit more than you guys have been kind of going. The desert looks all the same once you really get into it. But they do not speak. They don't look injured, but they're just flat silence as they point you onward. Night 5 hits.
Woo.
and you start seeing that desert glass again. Just tons and tons and tons of it. And eventually, finally, and this has been a very, very calm, to some degree unnerving like travel, considering usually within some period of time you have to deal with some wild creature that just wants to think you're
I
it's
just realized
food.
something. Did you just say this took 5 days?
Yeah. And on technically night 6, and as you're traveling, you're seeing those mountains that surround the castle that's over there, and the kind of the opening between them. You can't see the castle, but you see that opening, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super clear. It's not like you see anything in between it. It's just enough that, like, you know, you see a path on a mountain when you're miles and miles away. It's not hard to see. But after sifting through this desert for a few days, and Althaea, I mean, you've come in contact with a few lizards along the way. I assume you kind of pick some up.
Oh, of course. Who do you think I am?
They stick with you. They're happily sticking with you. They're not like running away when you get up in the night or anything like that. And as you guys are going along, there are a couple of these lizards on you, and they jump off of you and they change shape back into those koalas and just dash forward through the air.
Oh boy.
And
Heck.
that swarm of them just guides your eyes ahead to this shining white light mixed with these speckles of shadow inside of it.
Well, I feel like this is probably where we needed to go.
What gives you that idea?
And they're just lined up around the portal as they wait for you to enter.
Okay, guys, here we go.
No big speech. No nothing. No
Who needs
Nope, I
a big
said I'd-
conversation.
speech?
Just here it is. Let's go.
Let's get it over with. I want it over and done with.
Yeah,
Minimum
honestly,
contact
same.
with Jangles. Don't like Jangles. I know Greg agrees with me on that case.
Yeah, he could go fucking die.
Oh, agreed.
Good thing Greg is going in, because then fucking Dylan can't be like, I think I'm just gonna wait outside.
Wait, why would I say I'm gonna wait outside?
Because you brought it up beforehand.
No, I said you guys can wait outside. I never said I was gonna wait outside.
Either way, everyone kind of steps inside. Craig jumps in. Althea,
I go in.
Do you command Abraham to follow after you then?
Yep.
Okay. As each one of you go in, you just feel this calming warmth that's just radiated to you. It as you just reach the other side. The world around you it feels nice. Until you kind of get to the other side. Well, you still feel this warmth. Everything just stops fucking making sense. Literally
Okay.
everything. There are islands, as you get into this world, there are islands floating in the air. Far above that, of those islands, is just an ocean of water. There are flying pigs, and those pigs that are going across, just happily enjoying their lives, are there until a shark bursts from the earth and eats one out of the air. The weather is just constantly shifting from rain to fire, literal raining fire, to snow, to clear skies, back to a shining sun everywhere. You don't feel any physical discomfort. You don't feel any pain when that fire touches your skin. Nothing burns when it touches your clothing, your hair. And even as you're in there, and as the day changes to night visibly, you can see the sun moving and the moon coming in within a first minute or two of you being there and taking in your sights. And eventually, as your senses are just overwhelmed with what the fuckery, there's a little butterfly that starts going through the air. And Bambles, it approaches you. It just slowly gets closer and closer until it stops on your nose.
Bamble sneezes.
When you sneeze, it like flies off and it fucking goes. It moves like a cow as it flutters off again.
Oh, okay then.
And as just this additional chaos that your brain just can't process ensues, it seems that none of it pays any mind. Those like earth shark things aren't going anywhere near you. If there's anything going near you, it's usually just something harmless. Every once in a while you hear in the distance just the mooing of butterflies. The waves crashing above you. Just literal chaos. Whatever the fuck this place is. And it matches what their notes said about this place, that you can't describe it.
Weird.
Welcome to whatever the fuck this place is. I'm gonna get rid of that. So, what is your marching order?
I'm in the back.
I'll kind of put you guys on a
Got
map.
that settled.
I can't hear you, Emma, if you're talking again.
What?
I said I couldn't hear you if you were talking.
I said me, Greg, and Abraham would be the first few in.
Ooh, I gotta move Greg onto your party. Boop, there we go. Okay. So I just mean marching order-wise.
I mean, I would be towards the front.
Okay, here we go. There you go. You can organize yourselves as needed. But, I mean...
I like this order.
As you walk away from the group, it feels like you're not moving at all. You look back, you're making distance from them, but it feels like you're not getting anywhere.
We need the other ones moved. I want Abraham where Wing and Zephfer are.
Oh.
I mean, sure, next to me. Over them.
What?
I want to snap my phone in twain.
Like,
Here,
literally
here,
the
here,
squares.
Here, this is not a very straight arrow. Sort yourselves.
I want Abraham where Wing and Zephyr's tokens are currently. Not over Greg's, but where those two are.
So flying. If he's not flying, then I'm not
But
gonna...
we're not lining up in that way.
What?
We're lining up in the direction that the arrow is pointing.
I made an arrow because I
Yes.
can't understand the direction at
Oh
all.
my god.
So I look here and I see a glump of people.
Yeah.
I was assuming you guys were going to move one.
That's what I thought at first.
No,
Then I
I
started seeing, I don't know.
We'll just have it kind of,
We're traveling as a
because
glump.
Wing and Zephfer are there.
I was taking it we would line up horizontally, not vertically. Then yes, I want Abraham on the other side so I can move Bromund.
Boop. Okay, there you go then. Either way. So, continuing, like, you guys kind of looking around, or you guys just continuing forward in whatever this is?
Taking my peeps.
It's roll me a perception check.
Perceptionizing commence.
Boop, boop.
I'm blind.
That fucking butterfly. What is that? What how?
My turn when
Stop.
it loads.
Is that what butterflies do?
Oh.
Oh god, that butterfly!
I'm also freaked out. Anyone else?
Yeah, we'll leave it at
Awesome.
we'll leave it at that for that.
Do you want to do perception? Or no, never mind.
Yeah, we'll let that be. Continuing forward though, you see kind of, it's not, again, in this ensuing chaos where everything is moving and nothing seems to be staying still at any point in time. Clear as day in front of you, a while ahead as you approach, is just this humanoid figure that is morphing between this shifting light and shadow, just standing there. And I'm not going to put it on the map just by fact of that. This is just for marching order. Althaea, what are you? Does everybody have weapons out, or what's going on?
I would put my hand on my weapon.
Okay. Shield out or no? I didn't hear.
Hand on Sorenfall.
Shield out.
Okay.
Hand on my my oh my gosh, what is it? Chain whip.
Okay. Everybody else kind of hand on weapons, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you approach, this figure also seems to be holding a shield and has their hand on their weapon. And their shield and their weapon seem to be made from the same exact shifting material that they are. And how do you guys proceed as you get closer?
I don't know what do you guys think? We're trying to settle something on our side real quick. So
Oh, we haven't been attacked yet, so
That's, yeah. Now, I understand you guys have your own, predispositions towards this guy, but, I mean, things are going all right so far.
we ain't
Obviously,
bad, we
it
ain't
could
bad.
be a false sense of security, but I don't know.
he might be here to guide us.
You guys start getting within a couple of about 30 feet or so of this individual, and they do not have any facial features at all. They are literally just a shape of, just, again, this humanoid figure. You can't even tell if it's male or female. It's just blah. And they're just standing there still as you approach. And you've gotten to that point. They do not say anything. They don't do anything else. Still hand on weapon, shield out.
About how big are they?
They are. They're a little bit taller than you, but that's about as far as it goes. They're not as tall as Greg.
Are you here for a reason?
Does not respond.
Interesting. Well, anyone else want to try?
I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to.
Should we? I'm gonna roll insight for Greg. Actually, let me do. Yeah, I'll do insight for Greg, and then I don't even know what to do. That's just if it wants to fight or if it wants to, or I don't know.
Let me try maybe then.
All right.
How's a 15 do me?
Nothing. You can't read whatever this thing is. It has no facial features. Its stance is not moved. Nothing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take my hand off of my scythe.
It takes its hand off of its weapon.
And lower my shield.
Lowers
As much
its
as I can. Okay. It's not here to harm us necessarily.
It just keeps facing your group.
Bambles takes his hand off of Sorenfald's hilt.
What did Bromund say?
Walk forward a little bit.
Okay. Do you just walk forward, or do you try and walk past it?
Well, where is it
I
in
want to walk right up in front of it.
You walk.
Where is it on the...
Again, on the map's
Like-
not going to matter.
No,
It's-
I know, but like...
There's plenty of empty space to its left and to its right.
I
But
just meant like, about how far is...
it was 30 feet away, so I mean, if I had to put I don't have an enemy token per se. I guess I'll just put down the NPC one.
this far away.
Yeah.
This would be 30.
Oh, that would be 30. Okay. So, I mean, Bromund, you walk right up to it. You still have your... Did you lower your weapons and stuff, or no?
I don't have it. The only thing I have are my knuckles, and those are always equipped. I just have my hands at my side.
Okay. You guys see as Bromund approaches, the shield and the sword disappear from it as Bromund steps up.
Hello?
No response.
I'm gonna...
And it's just the figure of it when there's points where it's just completely just darkness, looks like a shadow that you guys have fought before. Then there are moments of just where it's completely light and it's hard to look at. But those are only come in cycles. Otherwise, it's just a mixture of both, just waving back and forth in a swirling whatever, like, creation of this creature.
Interesting.
So what was Bromund doing?
I wanted to touch it.
When you reach out to touch it, it reaches out to touch you and it meets your hand.
I'm immediately creeped out.
Yeah, it just feels like, think of like when you have dry ice, the gas that comes off of that, and you just feel the little bit of pressure. It's like that, but a lot more. It's still like whatever this is. It still feels more gaseous, but it's not something your hand can go through.
It just feels wrong.
Yeah.
It feels way wrong.
Are you to take us to Jangles?
No response.
You know, it'd help if you at least, like, nodded or shook your head no.
Doesn't seem to be paying you any mind. Like it's
Focused on Bromund, then.
Yep. Like Bromund, if it had eyes, it would be looking you dead in the eyes.
Oh, I figured that much when it met my hand.
You try asking
Yeah,
then.
I'm gonna try asking. Are you taking us to Jangles?
No response. Not even the nod or shake of the head.
I'm
No
gonna
body
walk
language,
around
nothing.
it, but still facing it.
You like walking around it to go past it, or
Just to get behind it, see what it does.
the second you get beside it, there are tendrils that shoot off of its side and push you back.
Okay.
They do not hurt you, but it just launches you back. Continues looking at you.
So if we draw our weapons, it draws its weapon. If we don't have them out, it doesn't have them out. But it won't let us pass.
Hmm.
Do you want something?
No response. Look, what's just stopping us from killing it and moving forward?
What's stopping us from killing it?
Only 5.5 miles.
Again, this map isn't intended for that. I can change that for now, at least.
Damn, that movement speed be thick.
There, it's fixed for now, at least.
Anyway, I mean, I guess we could fight it. I don't know if that's necessarily.
Alright, when you say that, he's like, alright, don't have to tell me twice. Pulls up his arm, aims it at this thing.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Ah!
Hold on.
Just
Think about your decisions. You don't want to test this out when I'm within 5 feet.
Then get away from it!
get the hell out of my way. I'm walking past them.
I take 5 feet. I go 5 feet to the right and 10 feet back.
Okay.
No, hold on.
When Bambles steps forward, Bambles, what are you doing right now? Like, you have your weapon out, what are you doing?
I've got my hands not on my weapons. I'm just gonna try and walk past.
Okay. The second you try walking past, these tendrils shoot out again and just launch you back once more.
My turn.
Same exact thing.
Send Abraham.
I guess Abraham fly over him.
Abraham starts flying up, goes over, it looks up, it opens what you can only assume is some sort of mouth, and those tendrils shoot up, grab Abraham, and slam him back into the ground.
Oh, my baby.
He does not look like he took any damage from it.
At least it's non-lethal.
Can I hit it now?
Now all of you are in the line of sight. Greg, now is not a good time.
Then people need to move back. You try walking past it, Wing?
Shot.
It grabs you, and after everyone's kind of tried this, it grabs Wing, and it throws him back. He still doesn't take any damage. Alright, we good now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Greg raises his arm, fires, and as soon as Greg does that, it raises its arm, its hand turns into Greg's weapon, and fires back.
Oh,
Holy
damn.
shit!
It's a mimic type.
And as Greg hits, it just, whatever this thing is, it just absorbs it, launches it back in just a shadowy light form. Wham! Just fucking nails Greg. Ah! Alright, that didn't feel good.
Let's try going the other way, I guess?
What other way? Right? Left? Down? Backwards, I mean?
Left.
It just continue. At that point, Greg lowers his arm, shaking a little bit, and it lowers its arm.
Let's go to the left this time.
I'm gonna ask it right or left.
No response.
Damn it. I hope that was convincing.
So are you guys going just... Because to your left, there's just... Again, there's just ensuing chaos. It just looks like there's a... It goes from, like, a lava field to another ocean to the ground again.
Maybe we should go right then. I don't know.
So then, is your idea to kind of go far right and then go forward, or what?
Yeah, get around him.
How far? Until he's out of sight?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You start doing that, it takes about 5-10 minutes of you just walking. He's out of sight. You walk another 5 minutes more. Butterflies are mooing, sharks are flying and leaping in the air, taking the pigs that are actually flying. And you step forward, and black tendrils reach out, grab you, and throw you back. And then
Fuck you.
it appears right in front of you again.
Oh, hi, hello.
No response.
Fucking damn it.
I kind of want to play a game of charades with it.
And if anybody is standing up front and has hand on weapon or weapon out, it is doing the same. It has the same exact weapons out as you guys have kind of figured out.
Well, this
Wait
is
a
going
minute.
great.
I'll stand in front of it and someone else try walking past it.
What if we walk backwards?
Yeah, that seems like the best option now.
Walk.
It doesn't
Wait.
seem to be.
Wait. You're telling me
I-
that walking backwards is a better idea than having someone else distract it?
I mean, walking
Yeah.
this way.
There are no traps. Whatever is going on, it is literally just what this thing is doing.
I bet you Jankos is having a blast watching this.
Oh, I bet. He said he wouldn't waste our time. But,
He's having something else waste our time.
would it be Arcana to try and figure out what this is?
You could try.
I didn't mean to cast Find Traps, by the way.
Okay, that's fine. It's
Oh, I don't know shit.
yeah, whatever. This is unnatural. Whatever the fuck this is, but it's also that's all you can figure out. Even with a nat one, it's obvious it's unnatural, and it's just well out of your comprehension.
Well, this is a wacky world, so the solution's probably pretty wacky, eh?
What if I just walk backwards up
Literally
to
let me
it?
stand in front of it
You
and
walk
someone
backwards
walk
up to it. It does nothing.
Can
Yeah.
I? No, never mind.
Go ahead. I want to. There.
No.
Okay. What if I try to walk around it backwards?
It stops you and throws you back.
Okay.
You guys are
Go
gonna
back up
hate
there.
me when you figure it out. What do you do, Bambles?
Knock knock.
You knock on it.
Sure.
It doesn't.
It knocks
Again,
on
you
it.
get that weird feeling of gas, but it doesn't like part in any way, and it doesn't really respond to you. Just looking at you, though, quote unquote.
Oh wait. What if we walk through it?
Yeah. I'm gonna walk through it.
Nope. You can't walk through it. It's like
Okay.
it literally just it feels like gas, and you should be able to walk through it. Doesn't make sense. Stopping you. And I can't do anything as NPCs. It's just I can't.
Wait, try to walk past.
It's not gonna work.
Did you try?
Nope.
Just try it anyway, you pussy.
Both walking
you
at
try?
once? Because to give you a better description, when this thing has these tendrils come off of it and stop you, it's not getting any smaller. It itself is not getting any smaller. It's not detracting from itself to create these tendrils. It is staying a pure shape. It's retaining its form. It's just adding more. And it seems to be relatively infinite, considering you walked for a long time.
So wait, if it does what we do, and if it does it exactly, what if we just close our eyes, then walk around it, and it won't see us walk around it?
It hasn't been matching facial expressions or your body language, and it doesn't have eyes to begin with.
But if they're blind.
Again, you're gonna hate me when you figure it out. I'm gonna love it.
I tell it to go away.
Nope. Does nothing.
It does not go away.
It does look at you when you say that, though. I will give you that. It looks at you for a second, but then it looks back at Bambles.
Where do I go?
Doesn't even look at you. No response.
Yeah.
Can we go past?
It steps to the side.
Oh my god.
Can you move back?
It doesn't respond to that. It lets Wing pass as well.
Come on, suckers.
Greg starts walking. And it lets
I gotta wait
Greg
for lag.
pass.
Hold
You tried to shoot it.
Look, I didn't know what to do.
Just ask politely.
I like how your first instinct.
When
is
you
to
say that, Bambles, it nods to you.
go.
I nod back.
And
Thank you very much.
and it puts a hand in the air, points it towards the ground, and starts carving into the ground. And it carves two words: courtesy, respect. And then
Something
it...
Greg doesn't have.
Shut the fuck up. You didn't think of it either, you piece of shit.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, at least I wasn't trying to.
And Simon, or Bambles, just to let you know, lucky for you, you said, "Can you let us pass?" And that is where we're going to end tonight's session, just to give you an idea of what the fuck you're in for in this world.
Ugh.
What do we want to call this one?
Cough, cough, I'm dying.
We're all dying.
Hey.
There was
Let's
at
not
one
get
point where
philosophical.
all of us were coughing.
Let's keep
Yeah.
it game related.
3 weeks of nothing.
Hey, I was role-playing as someone with
3 weeks
tuberculosis.
of roleplay.
I could do 3 weeks reprise. Time warp. Actually, no, that wouldn't be right. That'd be...
Back to the future.
I could probably think something up.
Reality shift. The return of Jangles.
Maybe not Return of Jangles, but Reality Shift. I'm cool with that, actually. I'm gonna note that for
Reality
myself. And that's where we're gonna end. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Grey Wolf, for following. I appreciate your time here. Otherwise,
Wow.
everyone have a
Grey
wonderful
Wolf
rest of your day. Or
Someone
night,
followed
actually.
even though I was coughing. Man.
He actually doesn't have a cough. He's just trying to ruin the experience.
Man, I'm just trying to experience. I can't even fucking say it.